Are you kidding me?
It's been a long week.
Are you prepping? Is that what that is?
I'm taking Savannah's approach of you
Uh,
head it off. Make preparations so that you have to get up as few times as possible.
But what if they get warm?
They're not going to last that long to get warm.
There won't be enough time.
Goes down like water.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
the world's most refreshing light beer.
Do you see he's already halfway done with that?
Well, he cracked that open after dinner.
That was 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. That's exactly the number I was going to say. Cheers.
10 minutes.
Cheers, Jess. Where's yours? Yeah. Yeah. Poor guy. So far away.
We need a table back.
Hot on Winter Jack, huh?
Yes.
How many bottles of that are you going to buy before the season's over? Like
I
to
have-
store up.
So I have purchased 6.
After Christmas, they're going
Yeah,
away.
how much are you going to
That's
store
my
up?
problem. I'm going tomorrow. 2, maybe 3.
Well, I feel like you're going to want some during the January and February times because it's going to be colder then than it is now.
Yes.
So you might need like 5 or 6.
It's technically not even winter
Yeah,
yet.
not till January.
Here's my issue. I've been buying 2 a weekend, and I can't even keep up with that.
It's because it's so light.
It's great.
I do think they changed the sugar content compared to last year because you've had it
Yeah.
this year. It tastes sweeter.
Yeah, I don't.
6 bottles in.
Oh my!
Yeah, but how much of that do you have to drink to feel something?
I stop at 3.
You feel something at 3?
About on the second glass of
Yeah,
this.
I was about to say he's feeling it faster than that.
Second glass. And this is my second glass.
It's 15 to 18%, right?
I think it's 15.
It's low.
Maybe a little lower.
It is 15%.
Yeah.
Caramel colored.
Well, yeah, they got to make it brown somehow.
Spiced apple punch.
Spiced apple punch. I said something. I was spreading the Old Smoky gospel at work. Someone asked me what the ABV was. I said, I think it's like 18%. Some of the flavors are stronger than that. Said it's 18%. It's not that high. And they were like, not that high. What do you drink?
You obviously weren't talking to Tina, were you? Or
No.
were you talking to Tina?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
People you say 7%, and they're like, getting up there, getting high. I'm like, we're not looking through the same
No,
same
we're not.
perspective here.
No.
You guys have not been recording a podcast for the past year and a half.
Do you drink
Build-
anything other than Bud Light?
Yeah, you're building up your tolerance real
7%. Calm down now.
fast. I don't know. What are the beers that I drink?
They're like 5.4. I think Blue Moon is 5.4.
5.6
5.6.
is Winter Jack.
What's the Sam Adams?
Those might be 4.8.
No, I think those are 5.5. Blue Moons are 5.5.
I think so. We'll wait for Jesse to give us the answer.
Jesse is holding a Blue Moon bottle as we speak.
5.4.
Ooh.
And then we got.
Ooh.
Oh my God. So not very much.
Crispy Mickey, what is that at?
Isn't it nice?
Probably less than 5.
Probably like 2. Isn't it
No,
nice
it's not.
that we have a full mini fridge like pretty much all the time now?
4.2.
I was close.
4.2. It is nice that you have a mini fridge that's packed most of the time. It helps that Zach brought over the 30-pack of Michelob for the
Yeah.
game 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Buddy, hope you're feeling better.
What, he's sick?
Yeah. Did he tell us, or did I miss that?
Okay, I found out because when I picked my car up when I picked my car up yesterday morning, I left to go get my emissions tested, and the place that I got my car fixed is I forget what it's called. You can take that road and it brings you out to where Kroger's at up here at Jonesboro Road from 81. So like you go past Express, go past
Alpha
$3. It's
Alpha-
where the skate park used to be at. It takes you right out to Kroger at that red light.
I didn't know there was a shop back there. Oh, is it a body shop? Is
Yeah,
that what
it's
you're
a body
talking
shop.
about? Oh, yeah, I don't know. D&D Collision?
You got it. You got it.
Oh, you didn't know.
I didn't. I just visualized it. I manifested. And there it was.
By name.
And the man drives for a living.
Near Hazard Skate Park.
Yep. So I picked my car up and left and was going to swing by, get my emissions done at Express. You know, you can get emissions done anywhere. I just wanted to see Zach. So I texted him, and he said, well, buddy, I'm not going to be there today. I'm sick. Damn it, Zach.
Okay. That's why, because you said, I hope you're feeling better or something, or are you feeling better? I thought I completely missed that text.
No.
He sent us a photo of Pokemon on the screen. I guess he was playing the game that day. Is that what it was? Scarlet and Violet?
He beat Scarlet yesterday.
Yeah. So he said, this is what my days look like. I still haven't beat that game.
It was funny because when I pulled up, I had one of those awkward moments where, so as I'm pulling up, I know I'm about to have a conversation with someone, and you're kind of thinking through how you're going to open it, you know? So you're going to roll your window down. You got to tell the guy, I need my emissions done. You got to come up with your greeting, you know, how this is all going to flow out. So
I think he's the only one.
So for whatever reason, and this is probably why this happened to me because I unnecessarily think about it, I was debating on whether to say, hey, brother, or hey, boss.
Dude, it's funny. I use those too. That's the only thing I say.
It's a guy our age, you know, right around our age. I don't know what the hell happened. I roll my window down, and it's not even a word. I said, hey, Bars.
And then you're that guy that's like, oh, and then you have to sit in it, and he knows you're an idiot.
So I had to sit there for a couple seconds, and he said, what can I do for you? Need an emissions testing, please. He's like, well, hop out of the car, and I'll pull it in for you. So as he's getting in, I'm like, I got to recover from this quickly. Said, so Zach told me he's sick today. He said, yeah, something like that. I'm like, oh.
Wow. Wow.
So anyway, they got me taken care of. It's probably about 5 minutes, but oh my gosh, it was so awkward. And then when I left, the guy said, he said, see you, boss, and stuck his hand out for me to fist bump.
Oh, I wish he said bros. That would have been so funny.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
What do you use as a greeting?
What do you mean?
Do you ever say, hey, dude, hey, boss, hey, man, hey, something?
I say, hey, how you doing?
Okay.
Okay. I say, it depends on who I'm talking to. You know what? It's not. When I introduce, I say, how you doing, boss? And then when I'm leaving the conversation, I say, thanks, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I do.
We're on the same page.
I don't think about it. I just do the same thing every time.
I remember when I wanted to introduce brother into my lexicon. I remember the first time using it.
You got Ashton there. He can't even finish his drink.
There was a moment where you're like, I'm going to do this.
Yeah,
it's time to.
I'm going to commit.
Yeah.
How is he going to take this? That just unlocked a memory. I remember the first. Do you remember the? I'm crying from that comment. That was so funny. Do you remember at People's when we used to do the meet and greet, like we do it now at our church? At People's, used to go shake hands and say hello or whatever, you know, after like the first song.
Shake hands with those around you.
Yeah, there you go. I was like, I had to be 9 years old, maybe 10 years old. And I remember the first time asking somebody when they say, hey, how you doing? I remember the first time saying, good, how are you?
Mm-hmm.
I remember that first moment. I remember being like, I'm going to ask this guy how he's doing this time. I remember that. Isn't that weird? Like, I built up the courage to say it for weeks.
I mean, it's kind of a transition point into being an adult.
I was a man at 10 years old.
I
I'm
can
like,
see
how are
that.
you doing, sir?
Yeah, you became aware.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I think you and I are doing that because we kind of want to, make the person feel like, hey, even though you're serving me, we're on the same we're on the same level here,
I am not better than you.
Not Tim.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah. How are you? Do you pronounce how are you doing? Or do you how you doing?
I don't.
I do the
I feel like this conversation is.
No, I want to talk about greetings.
What?
Greetings.
Formal and informal. I say how you doing so much that Linda has tried to say it like me before.
Yeah.
Like, how you doing? But she can't do it. She's like, how you doing? She tries to make herself sound like Northern, I guess. know? She's like, how do you do that? I'm like, you mean how do I greet people?
Mm.
But yeah, I say, how you doing? Like really relaxed.
Yeah.
You don't want to invite people in, Tim?
I feel like this is reading into it a little more than it should.
I know.
I don't think they care about what you're gonna
They
say
might.
though.
They might. You never know.
I never heard of what Ashton's saying, where he's thinking about what he's gonna say while he's rolling down the window. I guess because I don't really think.
Jesse does. He gets it.
You do too. Yeah, I
I
don't
care a lot about what people think of me.
Mm.
If it's a lady over 50, I say hello.
Yes, you go high. You go a high octave.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why was that so funny?
You don't go high octave ever.
It's just across the board. Man, woman, child, doesn't matter. Hey, how you doing?
I'll tell you. I'll take it a step further. When I'm delivering a package and I need a signature, if a man answers the door, hey, what's up, man? Can I get your
Okay.
signature?
Mm-hmm.
If it's a woman, hey, how you doing? It totally changes the tone.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do that at all.
I don't pay attention to what I do.
Heartless. This guy. He
I-
doesn't care.
I could be doing it, but I don't know. I don't think about it.
Hannah, do you
What if it's an
believe this
old
guy?
lady?
Hmm?
What if you're greeting an old lady? You change your pitch when you greet your
Greeting?
grandmother. That's absolutely true.
But I don't greet people ever. Like during like the day, I'm not greeting people.
So if you're walking down an aisle at the grocery store
He
and
doesn't-
someone's coming the opposite
he doesn't
direction
talk to
and
people.
you're like within a foot of them,
Okay.
you're just eyes ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm leading up. What are you going to say next?
he never initiates.
Like, are you going to acknowledge that they're there? Or are you just going to keep
No.
going?
Do you
I'm
even
gonna
do a
keep
head nod?
going. I don't know these people. I'm just grocery shopping.
This is what's wrong with the world.
At least you look at them and go,
Ash, there's no
The
common
only
decency anymore.
The only time if I have to say something at the grocery store, if they're in my way, I have to say excuse me.
Wow. Only time I say something to somebody is when they're in my way. That's what he said.
Like if they're in the way.
You don't just.
No.
Wow.
I tell people nonstop at Target on Sunday morning.
Oh, yeah.
See, I think you and I have matured, and
That's it. That's it.
and he's just over here like looking straight ahead. I don't see anyone.
So,
Excuse me.
are you the type of person, if you see somebody you know in the grocery store, are you going to say hi?
It depends on if I want to see them.
Okay. Tim, no matter what, is not. Although I bet you greeted Gary.
Unless Gary's there.
No, Gary came up to me.
Did he really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That's
he never would have done
shocking.
that for me.
Yeah. I was looking, me and my dad were near the Blu-rays in the back section, and he was walking towards it, and he comes up an aisle and looks right at me, and he points at me, and he comes up to me.
What's that like?
He gives me a hug, too.
So what happened?
He's very intrigued.
What do you mean?
Did you say, hey, how you doing?
I said, what's going on? How
Nah,
you been?
come on. You didn't say it like that,
Hey,
you
how
liar.
you doing?
You were stoked. You at least went
You
up
say,
an octave.
Gary!
Yeah. You at least went up an octave.
I think you guys are just thinking about this too hard.
I think you're not thinking about it hard enough.
I
All
don't
we're
think-
asking is for you to recount events.
So the only thing we talked about was what he's been up to, which is the same thing.
Where does he work?
He's still TJ Maxx. He's still not married.
Fair.
Yeah, he had some pops in his hand.
Fair.
He said he was doing some Christmas shopping. That was about it.
Okay.
He seemed like the same person. He had short hair. I was kind of surprised.
Was Faith there?
No, I didn't see her.
Hmm. I know
he
what he
said
can do.
he said they're just doing the same thing. He's not married yet.
When he says there's nothing new going on, that really means there's nothing new going on.
Oh yeah, I would be shocked if there were new things going on.
Yeah.
Said he only works part-time.
Again.
Again, we're not surprised.
Nothing new.
I would have
Right.
dropped my Blu-ray if he had said, I'm on FT."
No, he looked the exact same. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure he's still doing the same stuff.
I'm surprised we haven't ran into him. I don't think I've ran into him in, I don't know, 8 years?
Really?
I haven't seen him in so long. Yeah.
I'm surprised.
It's not been that long because we saw them at Anime Weekend Atlanta. That was 2019, fall of 2019.
Are you surprised at all that I thought it was 8 years? It's been 4 years.
4 years. I mean, it's
Okay.
still a long time.
Okay, that's fair. How did we get on greetings?
Ashton was talking about
My
the
Zach.
my awkward
talking about Zach.
my awkward encounter. So, all that to say, Zach was not
Yeah,
there
Zach, I hope you're doing okay.
to take care of me. Zach, you suck. But anyways, I got my emissions done.
So why were you driving a rental car?
Because my car was having body damage repaired.
You finally got that taken care of?
Yep.
The dent on the side?
The big dent that my poor dad caused.
Oh. So not the one from the first one
No.
with the lady?
No, I'm not fixing that.
No? Just the one that your dad...
How much you get off of that? Couple thousand?
Like $2,200.
Nice.
It's a ridiculous repair because it like slid down the door and then hit the quarter panel. So they had to like they're saying we're gonna have to replace the quarter panel and fix
door.
the door lining and like.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I'll call you back.
I'll get back to you. No, I was telling Jesse, and this is probably going to sound weird, and Tim's probably going to say, "Who thinks about things like this?" That keeps me from obsessing over how my car looks.
The dent on the... From the first time?
Yes,
No.
it freed me in a way.
Like, you said it's over with. Now I don't have to worry about it.
Right.
That's how I feel about the bullet hole in mine.
I mean, it would be a thing of like, yeah, it does look like a bullet hole.
In which one?
That sucked on my new one.
Oh.
On the driver's side? Remember the lawnmower guy ran over a rock and it
Oh.
destroyed my...
The people that do
Yeah.
our lawn service at work, they had a rock fly up, cracked Teresa's windshield, and they actually paid to have one of those mobile windshield repair companies come out. Dude did a good job.
Nice.
But those mowers, you gotta watch out. Now every time they come, I'm just clenched up the whole time. Please don't hit my car.
Yeah, you need to go check. He runs out every time they're loading up the lawnmower.
You hear something ping?
Wait,
What the
wait,
hell
wait.
is that?
Yeah. Wait, let me check. Do you feel that way about your hood?
Yeah, I'm just riding that thing till it explodes. I don't even care anymore.
That's what you want to hear.
That whole front hood paint could rip off. I won't even care.
All right.
So
Yeah.
when you get married, you're now going to have to think about her car and your car.
I know.
So who's on the top of the list for an upgrade?
And you know Hannah's getting a car. She's going to want a car after you guys get married.
Yeah.
Not after, but she's gonna need one before I do.
Savannah's got that nice car out in the garage.
I know.
You're in trouble.
Tim, you have big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Well, what are you knocking on wood for? It's going to happen.
So her car doesn't like die within the first week of us being married.
It's a Honda. It's not going to just die.
I know. I think her car is 2010. It has like 160,000 miles.
Oh, dude,
That's
that thing
nothing
get
for a
another
Honda.
100,000
Yeah.
on there.
Savannah had like 240, I think, or 260.
No, her car is actually. I like her car. It's actually a lot roomier than it looks.
Yeah.
There's
It
more
is.
room in it.
It's a Fit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Honda's version of a Prius.
I don't know.
It's shaped the same. But
Body
it's-
shape.
Yeah. Shaped the same.
They don't make the fits anymore. I don't think.
No, they don't.
No. No, but the only thing I was thinking about was got to put her on my insurance, and then Gotta make sure everything's.
Ooh.
Because I know she doesn't think about oil changes and tires, and so I'm gonna have to worry about that too. And I know she's listening, but it's true.
Yeah.
I already have to remind her about
Think
her oil
about
change.
everything in your life, Tim. Now double it. It's basically where I'm at.
At least her car is new now, so it doesn't. You don't have to think as.
That's what I
hard.
thought last time.
Yeah, that's true. Where'd you? What dealership did you get that from? What area?
Chronic and Griffin.
Griffin. Did they give you like free oil changes for a certain amount of time? Nothing. Just kind of.
You can add that on.
Mhm.
It's a service package.
I
You don't
I
get
oil
it for
changes.
free.
That's true.
Yeah,
You choose to pay for it with your monthly payment.
Yeah.
Or you pay it every time you go. But you're
Really?
paying for it. Yeah.
He still has them free, but he put them into his
Gotcha.
thing
Yeah.
package.
Gotcha.
I do my own though, Tim. I'm not gonna pay anybody to change my wife's oil.
Well, I mean, if you don't feel like doing it one day.
Then you put it off.
Oh.
I learned a very valuable lesson last time I went to get my service done at the dealership.
What?
Call Zach before you tell him, yeah, go ahead and do it.
What? Because of the wait time?
No,
No.
they did some kind of flush. I don't know what. There's multiple flushes. I don't know which flush it was. So in passing, a few days later, I tell Zach, and he says, just in his straight face, frank way, he says, "Buddy, I hate to tell you this, but that's a scam." Like, that was $175. I wish I would have called you first.
Wait, at Express they did that?
No, this was at the Honda dealership.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm gonna be honest. I had to drive, even though they were Hondas, they had frequent issues with repairs. So I was stranded enough times and all of that to where now when they say, "Hey, you need to have this done," I'm just like, do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to get stuck on the road somewhere.
He's like,
Which card do I need to use today?
yeah. Let me look to see if you get 5% cash back on Apple.
Where do I pay with my face?
Yeah.
This face is made of gold.
Like the second they say you need, he goes.
I was in Kroger yesterday buying a cupcake for my grandfather, and I got to the self-checkout, and I pulled up the Apple Pay, and it was not a terminal that supports Apple Pay, so I was like, damn it. I
Gotta take out my
I had to
wallet.
stick the card in
Yeah.
there.
He said, "Let me look for my credit card."
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of vehicles, the rental that I was driving, this all timed out well because Asa drives a Lexus, but it's an older Lexus, like 4 or 5 years, something like that.
Older.
Yeah. And it had...
My first car was a 1976.
No, listen, I'm on the same...
Yeah.
Mine was a 98 Accord. The front bumper has pretty significant damage on the front of it. The front bumper on the front. No. Nice. So,
Good job, Ash.
thanks. Part of the deal that my dad made with the dealership when he bought it was that they would bring it back at some point. The dealership would pay to have the front bumper replaced. This happens with my car. And so my dad says, well, let's go ahead and just get both of these knocked out. This will take care of the rental car issue with you. You'll have something to drive, and we'll get both of them taken care of. So Monday, I dropped mine off. My mom took me to work, and my dad went down to where he bought the Lexus from, at the dealership, and got a rental and drove it back up. And he dropped it off at my work, and Caden picked him up, and they left. So anyway, he calls me when he's pulling in on Monday, and he says, "I'm here." So I walk outside. I mean, this car it has 7,000 miles on it. It is a $70,000 SUV. I 2023.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jesse's seen this. The way that the gear shift works, it doesn't actually move up and down. It stays stationary except that you push it to the left, and then down is drive, up is reverse, or straight across is neutral. And then when you park, it doesn't matter what gear you're in. You just press the P button with your foot on the brake, and it puts the vehicle in park.
I don't like that.
There's something very unnatural about that.
It does feel very unnatural.
Yeah. Savannah's is like that on both of those cars. And then you push a button to put it in park. I don't like that at all.
I engage the parking brake every time because I don't like it. And it's got this thing where if you push when you're at a red light, if you push the brake in past a certain point, it turns the engine off.
Wow. So that's new. Well, that's different. On Savannah's, it's automatic. So on the Lexuses, you engage it almost.
So if I do it like halfway where the vehicle stopped, on the dashboard it'll say push brake in further to engage parking brake, and it shuts the engine off.
Wow, okay.
It's wild how I don't know what the correct term is. There's like a haptic element to the gear shift and the brake and all that now. So it's
at least you didn't have the knob.
Yeah,
have you seen those?
Yeah,
those are
when I had
horrible.
to drive that Ford Escape, it was that was.
Have you seen those, Tim?
Disgusting.
Mm-mm.
It's just a dial, like a radio dial, but it's park, reverse, neutral, drive. It's all on one little knob. It's weird.
That's the one thing I'm gonna hate. Like, I don't want to get a new car because I hate every time you are at a red light, the engine turns off.
And you have to turn it off every time you get in the car.
I don't like that at all.
That seems to be just an SUV thing. I don't really see that with cars.
Oh, I don't know.
Really?
Trucks and SUVs, I see that happening with.
Yeah, I don't get the truck thing. Like, why they do that on trucks or SUVs.
It's a gas. They say it's a gas saver.
I don't see how.
But I don't see how, and then also I feel like it would burn up your starter 10 times as fast.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got Savannah in the habit of just turning it off whenever she turns the car on automatically. She didn't notice it until I pointed it out, and she doesn't like it. So when she gets in, she hits it off right away. But you have to do it every time you get in the car. It's
you
stupid.
should have a feature to have to turn it on, not to turn it off.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's
or
stupid.
give you the option to turn it on off permanently.
Yeah.
Or temporarily, whatever.
Yeah.
Not every time you get in the car, it resets.
That's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice having heated seats. I don't have that normally.
Shut up. Tim gets it.
One other really cool thing about it, when you get to where you're going and turn the engine off, it gives you a drive summary, and it will say drive time this long, this many miles, and then how many miles per gallon you got, whatever your average was.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty cool, because I was going home, and I'd get home, and it would say drive time 40 minutes. I'm like, damn it, this traffic sucks, man. 40 minutes.
When you were driving, you're like, I could see this in my future.
That's what I was going to...
I still don't like being up that high.
No.
That's what I was going to ask. Isn't it crazy how you have a relatively new car? The newest probably out of three of us, right? 19, 20?
Oh, mine's 21.
21. And even getting in a new car like that, 2 years newer, you're like, man, does your car feel old to you now going back? My car feels like it's 1976. I mean, I'm the only one that doesn't have CarPlay in my life, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big feature.
Like I think mine was on the borderline. I think 2019 has them.
I have a 2018. I have it.
I meant like Mustangs.
Oh.
But it's embarrassing. I have Bluetooth, but not.
Do you feel good when you get in your wife's car and you're like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're like, heated seats? Heated steering wheel?
That car is luxurious. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like driving my car anymore. I might upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, what I like about my car compared to that is...
Another one?
Dude, it was kind of funny because I almost thought that the power steering in my in my Honda was messed up when I got back in it. I'm like, no, this is just because the Lexus
just because
power steering is so good. But
is your fluid low? Is that why?
No, it's fine.
Oh,
I just had to
it feels different.
get back into driving it.
Look at me. I was getting right into like, is your car okay? Did you check the fluids?
Diagnosis. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've had that fluid replaced.
Yeah. Which reminds me, did you check your oil recently?
No, I have it.
I had to fix his oil.
I have an appointment next Thursday.
Okay.
Mm.
I changed his oil, and then like after a month, all of it was burnt out. He was like 3 quarts low.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Ugh. Yeah. So overall, I mean, is the car worth $70,000?
Probably. Is that what you're about to say? Well, is it 3 rows?
I mean, I think about the payment that I'm making, and it would be more than double what I'm paying. Would I want to pay that a month? No. I wouldn't want to pay that. It's nice.
Not yet.
Yeah. Maybe when you get another promotion.
It's a comfortable car, and I could see me being 50 and enjoying it, but I don't need that.
So you're very comfortable at the level that you are as far as low to the ground, relaxed.
Yeah, I love my car.
Okay.
The racing seats, the steering wheel is real tight. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah.
I'm a fan. Even the Challenger that I was driving sits up like an SUV. I don't know if you remember it, but you sit forward like.
And my ass was wider, so I had to be.
Yeah.
I told Jesse I had to be careful parking because I'm used to kind of cutting it tight. You can't do it in this one, and it would beep like hell. Beep, 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 beep. All right.
Even
all
if
right.
you're not even really close.
I'm backing up.
Mhm.
Yeah. Someone walks behind me. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah. I'm like, that's their problem, not mine.
I'm in a $70,000 SUV. Get out of the way.
Yeah. They should have a microphone on the cameras as you're backing up.
Move.
Oh my gosh.
So it was a fun experience this week.
Yeah. Good.
Wireless charging is pretty freaking sweet. I didn't have to connect to AirPlay. I didn't have to plug my phone up through a USB cable. Just set it down on that pad. Came right up.
That is pretty cool.
So
It doesn't slide off the pad?
No, it was positioned, and it had like a sliding door. So like part of the middle console would slide over it, and then you could push it back. It would have a couple of USB ports for you to plug things into, a regular AV adapter, and then the wireless pad was right next to it.
Baller moves.
I mean,
When you got it, you got it.
I was pretending for a little
Yeah.
bit. So let me say this. So I get to work. No one really notices it Monday. I come in on Tuesday, and everyone and the good Lord sees me walking in.
He's flipping the new key fob around. He's got a Lexus t-shirt on.
Well,
a black hat.
Yeah,
down to the
there you
brim.
go. There
He's
you
like
go.
Joey on Friends with a Ferrari. Oh, you noticed?
You should have egged him on. You should be like, yeah,
It's
get something new.
Yeah, it's a Lexus.
They probably saw me having to pull in and back in three times.
Yeah, 3 times.
So I walk in and Teresa's in the front. She's like, "Damn, Ashton, that's a new car?"
You should have said, hell yeah, it is.
This is why you didn't get a raise, Teresa.
You know that raise you wanted?
Yeah, remember that raise we talked
That
about?
was-
Yeah.
That's Tina. So I said, Teresa, it's just a rental. My car is getting fixed. She's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I was about to say." So that was the first experience I have. Then I walk in. Tina says, "That's not your car, is it?" I'm like, "No, it's just a rental." Okay, all right. Didn't know if you.
I would have been telling everybody.
Gotten a Lexus there. I walk up to HR to drop off a envelope that we had gotten in the mail. Ashton, you didn't get a new car, did you? David was up here and he said,
David.
"Damn, Ashton's backing in a Lexus out there. I don't think we make that kind of money here."
Dude, it's funny because I had the same stuff go on when I had the Challenger. They were like, "You go home 2 days a week. How do you have 2 sports cars?"
Exactly.
That was everybody was like, "New car? Oh, you got a new car? Wow, crazy new car."
And at the end of the day, I'm walking out with Justin.
Mm.
And he locks up the building, and he says, seriously, you're driving that? I'm like, what is people's problem? Every person that talked to me, I could tell within their tone, there was this thing of like,
well, look at him.
there's no way in hell. Look at Fancy Pants here.
Mm.
How much money is he making?
Mm.
I'm like, I don't like
You
any
know what?
of
Next
this.
month you should drive in with a new Lexus. You should upgrade out of spite,
Yeah.
Ash. Show them.
That Japan phone will look real good on a Lexus.
Yeah, walk out every night going.
And don't get anything too plain. Get something flashy.
Yeah.
Make sure they see you coming.
Yeah. Change your email. Lexus Ash at Creative.
My profile picture on the company chat, it's just the Lexus logo.
The L. Yeah.
Oh man, so it's wild how you can change something like that and people can't help themselves, you know?
Mhm.
It comes out whether they think they're
Mhm.
hiding it or not.
I've been getting a lot of comments lately saying, "Man, Savannah must make really good money," because I go home, and when I get off early, and when I had the Challenger, they're like, what does your wife do?" That was always the question. What does your wife do? She gotta make good money. Every time.
It's none of your damn
I'm like,
business.
it's a rental. Yeah, that's my answer every time.
That was me. It's a rental.
I know. I'm not even paying for it, man. It's a freaking rental.
You should have said, yeah. What are you going to do? What can you do?
What are you gonna do?
What are you going to do?
I got it on sale.
Yeah.
It's a good deal.
It was a good
I had a
deal.
coupon.
Couldn't afford not to do
Yeah.
it.
The savings were just out of control.
You know those Black Friday sales they're not allowed to talk about on TV? This was one of them.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Were you sad at all when you had to give the Challenger back?
It was happy and sad. Happy because I got my car back, and sad because my car is a little bitch compared to that Challenger.
One of the top moments of my year is when we were coming home on that Wednesday night,
Yeah.
and he just flies up on this person. He's like, I'm going to growl at him. And I hear the engine in front of me. Vroom, vroom.
That thing was a
Dude,
beast.
That was so fun. That car was a lot of fun to drive. I'm never gonna forget it. It was fun. You probably heard it outside and then in the car, right? Like on the speaker.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. With the 2-second delay.
Yeah. You're wrong. I said, hold on, I'm gonna growl at him.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was good. No, it was nice. Yeah, that was a fun car. It was hard not to start shopping after I had sent it back, but
I'm going to say, now that I drove that car, I like the way they drive.
More than the Jeeps?
I haven't
Yeah,
driven
that's
a
what I was
Jeep.
going to get back to. No Mojave anymore?
I haven't driven a Jeep yet. I never
I
said
thought
I
it was a
wasn't.
Gladiator.
You just said you're going to drive your car
That's
until
the
it
type.
dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mojave trim package.
Oh.
He thinks I'm getting the best of the best.
Why wouldn't you?
Say more.
Remember we priced it out. Wasn't it like $99,000
No.
or something?
Holy shit.
No.
Dude, it was insane.
I think it was like in the 70s. I don't think it was 90s.
Let's go shopping. The one in Blue Ridge was the Mojave. Remember I pointed it out when we were walking up the
Which
hill to
one?
the cigar
They were
shop?
everywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
They were like those brown-rimmed hats
It's the
girls
it's the,
had on.
It's the official car of Blue Ridge. Is the Mojave.
Tight blue jeans, brown-rimmed hats, and gladiators. That was
Yeah.
Blue Ridge in October.
You need a Gladiator, Tim.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to wait a little longer.
Maybe if our podcast gets big enough and we start hitting the road, that'll be our.
I mean, we
road.
do have 36 subscribers.
I know. I mean, the air's getting real thin up here, Tim.
What are you going to do at 50?
A
We're going to
50
jump on live
spectacular.
stream.
Yeah, to celebrate.
Subscriber special.
Yeah, and we're gonna read comments as they come in. one every 5 minutes.
If they come in.
Hey, Leash, thanks for commenting and not just texting me. What's up?
Calling our moms. Hey, get in chat.
Yeah. We need we need over 7 to stream.
Oh God.
We can do it. What are we at? 36.
Yeah. We're at 29, then 33, now 36.
I'm getting whiplash.
I mean, I check once a week, and every time I look, it's different.
Really? What sucks is I can't see them.
I mean, you probably don't know them anyway.
No. Well, these are probably fake.
Wait, then how did you see the other couple ones that
We can only see 2.
What
So,
do you-
like, people, when they subscribe, they can have private accounts where they don't see who the name is. It just
Mhm.
says new subscriber.
Mm-hmm.
The last 2 we're at like 26 and 27. We can see those. That's the bummer. So we can't shout them out.
We can just say shout out to the 3 new subscribers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
34, 35, and 36. Thanks, guys. It's good to be here. What should we talk about while he's gone?
I finished today the 12-hour video of the Swampletics RuneScape.
Okay.
Very good. I got a little emotional around hour 11
Why?
because it was the finale. So what the
It's RuneScape, though.
so the video was
Wait, you got emotional?
33 episodes, 1,500 hours of editing into one 12-hour video of his Swampletics account, which is so. You know what Ultimate Iron Man is?
Mm-hmm.
Where you can't use a bank, you can't
Mhm.
trade. Okay, so do you know Mortania? That swamp, like that section of the map that's all the way towards the end on the right, and it's like all swamps and green lands.
I haven't gone past the desert area. Killed Jar.
Canifis is part of it.
Okay. I've been,
green.
yeah. Northeast.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's all Mortania is that region.
Okay.
And what he did was he locked himself in Mortania, and he could only do things in that region of RuneScape.
Wow.
So everything he did, he got max combat. He was doing everything himself without a bank, and his end goal was to get enough stats and gear to do the Theater of Blood, which is one of the raids that's in Mortania. That's where it's located.
Okay.
So it was the span of 5,000 hours, 1,083 days of doing that. And I mean, some of the things he did,
Jeez.
some of the things he did for the grinds, like over there, you can't like do certain skills, but there's a mini game over there called Hunter something, and you can get XP lamps from the mini game. So he played like 1,000 hours of that mini game to level up skills that you couldn't do, because inside that,
Do these people have jobs? Does he have a job?
that is his job.
He makes that kind of money where he can do that?
He has 700,000 subs. And
sounds
that
about right.
video got 4.4 million views. That's
Could you do it?
what he's do. What
Mhm.
he does, no.
Could you be a streamer?
It would take some dedication, but like the videos that he puts out, it's like one video a month, and it's like a month worth of content in that one video, and it's only like a 20-minute video.
I feel like I haven't talked to you very much this week. I miss you. Where you been?
Been working Monday through Thursday.
What an ass.
I had to work 5 days this week.
Did you?
Hey,
I saw you log into RuneScape a
Me
couple
too.
times today. I didn't know if you were off or not.
No, I was at work.
Oh.
I'm at that point I get organized the whole truck around 2 o'clock, and then I can log on RuneScape
Mm.
and just let him do his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
after you watched VeggieTales.
Apparently, yeah. Let's not get into it.
Yeah, but that's what I finished today. It was great.
Dang.
Eventually.
Yeah, I saw you on a little bit when I was working.
Yeah, I did like 6 hours today. It wasn't anything crazy, but it gives me motivation while I watch it. I play RuneScape, and I'm like, yeah, I can do these things. I can do that.
I get that when I want to buy something, I'll turn on Brixie,
Mm-hmm.
watch some Lego videos, and then I
Mhm.
just go buy a Lego.
I was like,
Puts you over the edge.
I was like, if this guy could spend 60 days trying to get a rune scimitar, I can mine to 99.
Or you can just go buy it.
No, but he can't. That's what I'm saying. Like the dedication.
What's your mining level?
You want me to tell you?
No.
I'll tell you.
No. We have 2 weeks left. Let's try to stick to it this time.
I'll tell you.
We cheated a couple weeks ago, and I don't like it. No. We got 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You
It
think are you gonna be shocked?
It hasn't changed that much for me. It's so slow.
Guys, when did this contest start?
November at some point.
Last month?
No, it was.
Yeah, it was early November. I think we said we have 2 months. Actually, I think I put a note.
No, I think he's talking about the year thing. I think it's in September.
It started this
Oh.
past September.
Oh, I thought you were talking about us not looking.
No.
September.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ashton's like, I have to wait a whole year to get this over with. Yep.
I was telling Jess that this guy.
Yeah, let's keep talking about it.
Yeah, because I know Ashton likes
I have a mark on these shoes.
Ashton likes challenging video game things. He likes speed runs and stuff. He might like this.
That's not a speed run whatsoever.
No, I'm talking
It's
about
the exact
challenging
opposite of a
video.
speed
I'm
run.
talking about challenging videos.
Yeah, but it's not a speed run.
Like he says, he gets angry when he drinks. It's okay.
No, I don't know. I'm in a great mood. I
so-
just said I missed you, and I'm happy to be here.
So
We haven't recorded in over 7 days. It's been I'm
I
happy
was
we're
saying
together.
that this guy limited himself.
I'm in a great mood. Let's put that out there.
We'll put it out there. He limited himself to one region of the map in RuneScape and took. It's not like a game mode. He just did it himself where he didn't leave this one region, and he did this huge accomplishment by getting all this stats and stuff up, and then he did a raid with just the armor that he could collect from that one thing, and it took him 5,000 hours, 1,083 days to do it.
Is that the same guy that I don't remember if it was RuneScape or if it was a different game? He was doing this super slow grind where he was moving one tile at a time.
Yeah, that's the same guy.
It's the same guy.
Yeah, he makes these specific accounts for these different challenges he sets himself, and they just explode on YouTube. And he gets he only has 680,000 subs, but his videos get 1.1, 1.2. It's crazy how much views he gets, but it's very, very entertaining.
Yeah, there's a guy that does Pokemon challenges like that. He'll
Mhm.
make up just stupid challenging tasks. And Small Ant, I think, is his YouTube channel. But he does crap like that, beat the Elite Four with a team of 6 Magikarp, something crazy like that. He's even done it before. I think this would be fun. You play the game through and beat it without fainting,
Oh.
and then play the game through without using items. It's and
do you ever see yourselves wanting to ever do that?
I just don't have the time.
Yeah.
Finish the games. That's the problem.
Wait, all right, well, did we need to direct attacks to me?
I didn't.
I don't like that.
Interesting.
How do you know it hasn't been doing that this whole time? Yeah.
Disconnect and reconnect. I'll fill. Let me fill the airtime here. Jesse's blowing his mic. We got a bad
Interesting.
cable, folks.
Ash, the suspense is killing me. I want to get to it soon as Jesse fixes technical difficulties about this movie review that we watched. We can
It's
do
up to you.
sports at the end.
Let me pour my third crispy Mickey.
Oh, he's going to need it for this, apparently. He's going to need it, apparently. Dang.
It's almost like, Tim, as we've spent more time together over these many years, you just get to know me better and better.
Low these many years. Did you add that scarf to that Squirtle? No, that's a Christmas Squirtle. I wish he had a hat. That's interesting. Sorry, it's not good enough for you. Make sure you listen to this part of the podcast when we talk shit about you when you leave.
We haven't talked about
No,
anime
we haven't
in
talked
forever.
about anime in a while. Oh, please.
All right, and he's closing the door.
Says You both. I do want to just tell you though, Ash. I did watch a movie review. No spoilers. I did watch the movie review of The Boy and the Heron yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And the guy who reviewed it, Chris Stuckman, he's an avid Ghibli person, and he said this is not like any other film that Ghibli's ever produced. He said it took him more than one watch to really understand it.
Wow. Okay.
He says it's deep. It's not like one of the Kikis or Ponyo's, or it has a lot of thinking to it. So I feel like when I go into this, I'm going to have to try to really soak it in because I know we're going to have to watch it more than once.
So I know you've seen it so many times that you don't have any issue with it. I would say Howl's Moving Castle is one of those movies.
Yeah.
You watch it the first time and you think, what in the world
Mm-hmm.
did I just watch? I think Mononoke is the same way to a certain extent.
See, for me, I feel like, I guess because I've seen them all so many times, but the one that I would say maybe like Spirited Away is kind of like that too.
It is.
No, you triggered something that we had to talk about.
Yeah, it wouldn't have happened if you hadn't said anything.
Yeah. No, I guess we'll see.
They're only $23, and you've got another one in the closet over there.
In the closet? Why'd you go outside then?
To go to the bathroom.
How does that feel?
What?
To whip your hair like that.
It's a nuisance. It's quite annoying. Ooh, that works.
Jess, I'm sure you've picked this up about Savannah. Have you noticed when she flips her hair when she's like looking down? I'm afraid the girl's gonna like get a crick in her neck. Have you seen this? She's like, I mean, she freaking flings it, man.
She does that to the point where if I'm near her, I get hit in the face.
Yeah.
And I tell her every single time. She's not aware of her surroundings.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's cause for discussion. I'll tell you that. She does it quite a lot, so I know what you're talking about.
I mean, like it was.
It's epic.
She does it
what
a
it
lot
is?
because
Yeah.
it was. She didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Yeah, it's a problem. I know what you mean. Yes, I do. What were we talking about?
We
We're going to do movie pick? Is that what
Huh?
you're going in?
The what?
Before my microphone went out, you wanted to talk about the movie.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay.
But we were talking about the new Studio Ghibli
Oh,
movie.
let me sit back then. Oh, did you go see it?
No, I have to wait till next weekend.
You're going Christmas weekend?
Yeah.
All right.
It's not going to be packed.
There'll be a lot of people there. Not for the Ghibli movie, but
Yeah.
one of those days, it may be Christmas Day, the Aquaman movie comes out.
Christmas Day?
I think it's Christmas Day.
It's Christmas Day. Can't wait to see those numbers.
I haven't seen the first one. The first Aquaman.
Yeah. Even though she's crazy, it's worth it just to see Amber Heard. Talk about a redhead. Phew. Someone open a window. All right, let's
Underwater.
get underwater. Yeah.
Everything floats underwater.
Yeah.
Really?
Christmas Story.
Oh, Christmas Story.
Movie review.
Number 3 of the holiday season.
Holiday movie review number 3.
'Twas my pick. I know Ashton's never seen this movie.
Yep.
Until now.
Yep.
And I feel like he's not going to like it just by the way he's looking. Christmas Story came out in 1983. It's about a boy and his brother during the holidays. He wants a Red Ryder air rifle BB gun. And the movie, I don't know what state it's in. Do you remember?
It is in Illinois.
Illinois. And the whole movie is basically about him planning
Wait,
or finessing.
is it Illinois?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they said Illinois.
Are you sure?
It's either Illinois or Indiana.
I was thinking
Indiana.
Indiana.
It's Indiana. I'm
It's
sorry.
not Chicago,
I did
so
the
I don't
same.
think it's Illinois.
No.
he was talking about the White Sox in a scene, so I thought it was Chicago, but then he said Indiana. It's Indiana.
The Old Man. Classic. Either way, I've seen it. I see it like 3 or 4 or 5 times every Christmas season.
4 or 5 times.
Yeah. He's flabbergasted. He doesn't
Ditto.
like it.
We need to.
No, that's
Let's wait.
that's a lot because I know that you don't watch Christmas movies until after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So you're telling me in the span of about 25 days, give or take,
Yeah.
you watch this movie 4 or 5 times. Wow.
You probably don't watch more than 10 Christmas movies.
No,
do
I'd
you?
say 5.
Okay, that's why he repeats.
Yeah, I don't watch more than.
What are you crazy?
Yeah, I'm not.
There's only 5 Christmas movies that exist.
Yeah, there's not
Ashton.
variety around here. I might throw in an extra one every now and
Then
then.
why do y'all give me such shit when I tell you I haven't seen movies like this?
Because this is like one of those movies that is just part of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like
It's a Christmas story.
Santa Claus. It's that.
I think it's more than Santa
it's
Claus.
that iconic.
Ash, you'll shoot your eye out.
Yeah.
The leg lamp.
Did you know it was from that movie? The song
I
title?
knew it was from a Christmas movie.
Let's not get into it yet. I want to wait for him. You go ahead.
Yeah. Continue, Tim. You said 1983. You were giving us a
Mhm.
synopsis.
So either way, after watching it today, I think it's back to my number 1 over Christmas Vacation.
Whoa. Well, that's easy.
No, it isn't. Christmas Vacation is great. I've watched Christmas Vacation already this year, and I watched Christmas Story this year. And I just think part of it's, the memories, but the other half is it's still just a great movie. Between the old man with the furnace and the dogs, the leg lamp, he's probably the best part of that movie.
100%.
Yeah. Even when
I mean, Fragile
yeah,
must be Italian. I mean, dude, my
I-
wife's like, it's fragile.
I like when he's sitting in the living room at the end of the movie and he's reading the paper and all the dogs are just running by him and he's like, and then he put it back up.
I love when he slams the door shut after he finds out he won. You see the dog's ear like going up and down
Yeah.
in the door. He goes, "Serves you right."
I mean, when they go to visit Santa Claus, that's an iconic
That's
scene.
an iconic scene.
Yeah, Santa Claus. And then I thought you were gonna love the ending when they go to the Chinese restaurant.
That's my favorite part of the whole movie.
The ending?
with the Chinese restaurant.
That's not in the end, though,
yeah,
right?
it's like 5 minutes
The
till the
second
end.
time they go into it?
Yeah, at the end when
Oh,
the
okay.
turkey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fa ra 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 ra
Yeah.
ra ra ra
Yeah.
ra.
Yeah.
When he cuts the head off that duck and then sticks it in his pocket.
He's like, well, it's smiling at me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of
The tongue on the pole.
the tongue on the pole.
Oh yeah, that hurt me.
Did it?
Yeah.
The-
I hate stuff like that.
The scene when the scene when he's talking about the Red Rider for the first time, and it's like a not a flashback, but he's imagining all the burglars in the backyard that
Mhm.
move them really fast and hide
Mhm.
behind the pole and stuff.
Yeah.
That was iconic as a child for me.
That was a good
Yeah.
scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then of course the pajamas on Christmas Day, the
Mhm.
bunny outfit.
Mm-hmm. I used to have a Christmas ornament on our tree. One had the pink bunny outfit,
Mhm.
and one was the Red Rider outfit and the silver
Mhm.
cowboy
Yeah.
outfit. What do you old blue? Is that what he called it? The BB guns
Yeah.
old blue. Yeah. I mean every freaking scene. I guess because we watched it 1,000 times in our life, but every scene I can almost name every scene if you started to think
Yeah.
about it.
We were all watching it this morning. My dad was just like saying all the things that the old man was going to say before he said it because
Yeah.
he's seen it so many times.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that movie.
Yeah. When the bar of soap in the mouth,
Yep.
you know. Yeah. Oh fudge, like that scene, in the car when they're working on the car.
It's like, what did you say?
Yeah. Do you know what your son just said? Yeah. When we were watching that scene last night, or 2 nights ago, I think it was, with my parents, they were when he had a bar of soap in his mouth. Did you guys ever get? Did that ever happen to you when you were a kid? My parents used to put soap in my mouth, like when I would get in trouble, like when I say something bad. So this came up when we were watching the movie, and I totally forgot about it. My parents have the slip or whatever from the principal. When I was in first grade, I spent the night at my cousin's house, cousin Andrew, which he was here recently. The kid that he's super into Pokemon cards now.
Yeah,
remember him? I spent the weekend at his house, and he had a mouth on him, like he cursed a lot. I cursed for the first time in school and got sent home, and my parents have the slip from the principal, and it says Jesse said the F word in school, and I was in first grade, so my parents still have that slip, and they put soap in my mouth, like liquid soap. I used to get that like when I was a kid a lot. I remember like them like smearing soap in my face. I was like trying to get away from them. You guys you never had that?
No, but I understand that my parents meant well.
It's a good start to this.
Looking back, so my grandfather has always had a special affinity for the words shit and damn. My whole life he has just said it. And I mean, I'll be honest, there's something about when in moments just saying the word shit just feels good. Anyway, I was probably first or second grade. I mean, I was a kid. I was in the living room. I had no idea that damn was a bad word for a child to say. So I was in the living room with my parents. They were sitting on the couch, and I was on a little coffee table in the middle, like coloring, and I had messed something up, and I said, damn. And my dad gets up and he says, what did you say? And I said the word, just repeating what I heard my grandfather say. And I got a firm smacking on the tush.
Dang.
Now,
Did you say
my dad says this all the time.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
come on.
Did he ask you where you heard it?
No.
That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, it's,
because in the movie it's real funny when he's like, where'd you hear that? And he said his friend's name, just the first thing that came to mind, and he calls the mom. She's like, what? Why'd you say?
Yeah.
And he's smacking him. I don't remember if I said where I heard it from or if my mom put it together. I think she just must have known. But she still got that slip somewhere. It's so funny. But I remember specifically having soap in my mouth. That was like a common punishment for me as a kid. Soap in the mouth.
I never had that, thankfully.
The scene where he pretend like he's blind. He's like, what happened?
Yeah.
Soap poisoning.
Soap poison. They're like, oh no. Oh, Ralphie. Yeah. There's a lot of iconic scenes in that movie.
How does that movie stack for you?
For sure, top 5 Christmas movies. I still think Santa Claus is 1, Home Alone is 2. I mean, without thinking about it too much, I guess maybe Christmas Story is 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I have to really sit down and like think of a top 5, but it's up there for sure.
Yeah. It's a must-watch every year.
Yeah. I have a lot of good memories of watching it with my parents as a kid. So when I watched it again, I wanted to watch it with them.
Yeah.
It made it like so much more enjoyable. Yeah.
I'm waiting because my parents are listening and they were
I
like,
know, I'm intrigued.
I hope he likes this movie. I was like, he has no choice.
Before you get into yours, I do want to say, I figured this out about myself, that my favorite Christmas movies are that like old 90s, 80s, gritty looking. Mm-hmm. That puts me in the Christmas mood. Any other newer Christmas movie is just another movie to me, I think.
I think that's probably like 8-bit so much.
Yeah, it's like the look of it brings the Christmas spirit out to me. Like the start of Santa Claus, how gritty it looks, like puts me right in the spot. Same with the first Home Alone. Second Home Alone looks a little newer, but still a little gritty.
Mm-hmm.
And then same with Christmas Story. It looks like that. That's like a Christmas movie to me. Yeah. All right, Ash. I'm ready. I'm ready for this one.
I'm ready.
Oh.
I'm ready.
All right, boys.
I want you to be honest, though.
Yeah.
I'm not
But
gonna
you
be-
will.
I'm not going to be dishonest.
Oh, fine.
Going into it, what did you think? Like, what were you expecting? You don't know anything about this movie, right?
I know nothing about this movie.
So going into it,
Have
you had
your-
no expectation.
Have your parents seen the movie?
So I asked my mom. She said that she had, but it had been years ago. That she didn't really remember anything about it. This movie is not. I know each family's different. This movie is not on my family's radar. We didn't grow up watching it, and I was almost wondering if it was going to be one of those things where I had seen this as an 8-year-old, and as I watched it, be like, oh wait, I've seen this movie. I'm pretty sure I've never seen it before. It did take me a little bit to kind of figure out which direction it was going in.
Mm-hmm.
There were several scenes where it was like, that was good. That was a good scene. To me, it didn't. When I finished it, it didn't give me. And maybe it's because I didn't grow up watching it at Christmas, but it didn't give me Christmas festivity, seasonal time kind of vibes at all. It felt more like I had just watched a snippet of, some of the challenges of being a kid growing up, where you got the bullies and the tough teacher at school, and there's something that you really want. I will say what I did really resonate with is the relationship that Ralphie had with his brother Randy.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me very much of Tanner and I when we were kids. Tanner never had the weird eating thing. Yeah, that was quite a scene. But
What's really funny about that scene is, as the scene carried on and the lamp got delivered, he still had the food on his face. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
At the end of the scene, she wipes it off. Yeah.
There were several things about kind of their dynamic, where his mom wraps Randy up so much in coats that he can't put his arms down, and he's kind of, he's prone to crying. And I feel like when you've got an older brother and you're younger like that, it's easy for you to kind of be, dependent on everyone around you, which I felt like he was with Ralphie, but
It's funny you say that because I feel the same way, but in the
reverse.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So I felt the big brother emotions with their relationship. The father is by far my favorite character, just because of how eccentric he is, and the man committed. I think even he knew, especially once he opens the box, that the prize sucks. But I mean, he's committed.
Head
And he's
first
like,
in there. Yeah.
no, I'm going to make sure this is
It's a
special
major
thing."
award.
When he's out on the street,
Could be a bowling alley.
when he's out on the street and
Yeah.
the neighbors are walking by and his wife's just standing there and
Yeah.
that there's a prize.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a major award.
And the absolute despair when it breaks and he walks in the room and
Yeah.
she's holding it.
Mm.
And when he's super gluing it, she's behind him, like trying so hard.
Yes,
to
I was
hold in
just
her
talking to Tim
laughter.
about that earlier. That's my favorite scene in the movie. The Fragile scene is hilarious when he gets
Yeah.
but I think it's even funnier when she accidentally breaks the lamp and he goes, "You used all the glue," and he's like holding the lamp in his arms, you know. And he's trying to put it together, and then he puts the shade on, it just collapses, and she's like,
There is
hilarious.
There is something admirable about the man, because there's several times in the movie where he's on the verge of just losing it, and he holds it back.
Mm.
It also him reading the newspaper on Christmas morning, kind of it being peppered in with him and his wife stumble down the stairs on Christmas morning.
I never noticed that they drink wine on Christmas morning while the
Yeah.
kids
They
are
drink
opening
wine a
gifts.
couple of times.
But on Christmas morning, I was like, it's like...
I did really like the scene at the end when it's nighttime and it's snowing outside, and he's looking out the window, and his wife comes and sits in his lap, and they're both
Mm.
drinking wine. That was a cool moment.
Yeah.
That's the ending of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
I had a cool moment when when they're done opening presents, it seems like, and then he's like, "Oh, what's that behind
Yeah.
the tree?" My dad used to do that when we were kids,
Mhm.
and outside, my brother had a dirt bike, and I had a go-kart, and that was one of those moments where they were like, "Oh, I think there's still one more
Yeah.
present." That's such a cool old school
Yep.
way to surprise your kid,
Yeah.
That was really
We're
cool.
definitely gonna do that.
That was yeah.
Yeah.
That was very, very cool. And then again, I think we talked about it last year, but when my parents used to put Pokemon cards on the tree,
Mhm.
it was like we didn't think to look on the tree. So when at the end of the opening presents, they were like, "There's still more,"
Mhm.
that was a really cool, classic Christmas surprise moment.
Mhm.
That was cool.
The Chinese scene was great. Yeah, it felt more like I was seeing a small sliver of a child's challenges.
So it didn't feel
Growing
like
up.
Christmas movie.
But when it finished, it wasn't like, man, Christmas is here.
Dang.
So I don't know why.
I think you made a good point a couple weeks ago where you have your movies when you're a kid and they don't change.
It's
you
so
know?
hard. I mean, I was kind of afraid of this when I was going into it, that I wouldn't be able to back into this, the association that you guys have of it with Christmas. It wasn't, the ending, wasn't a Charlie Brown or Santa Claus, where it's like, man, Christmas is awesome. So I didn't dislike the movie at all. I don't know if you noticed this, Jesse. There's a noticeable lack of music in this movie.
Yeah.
I
think that was the style back in the day. There wasn't a lot. I think nowadays, I don't want to say it's overdone,
We're so used
but there's
to it.
always music.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is why when we watched No Country for Old Men, it was so jarring. Because there was no music in that movie.
You know, something I did enjoy was the Salvation Army band playing in the beginning.
Yeah. That's Christmas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't like the mall scene
No.
when they go to visit Santa. It just kind of made me feel sad for him.
That is I think it's supposed to almost make you feel that way.
Because they had
The
that.
Santa's like...
They had it starts with the crazy kid, like, I love Santa.
Yeah, yeah.
And for whatever reason, the Wizard of Oz cast shows back up again. But yeah, it made me feel bad for him.
That scene's almost like from the adult point of view.
Yeah.
That's not the childish...
It's like the shattering of the illusion.
Yeah.
That's true, Jess.
Did you ever go to the mall
Oh,
when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, you have no idea that it's all
Oh, yeah.
a fake.
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, I'm really believing
You're
the
like,
man
you're going to see Santa Claus.
The man himself is at South Lake Mall right now.
Yeah.
I'm about to tell him exactly what I want. I would definitely watch it again. But it didn't, I will say, it didn't give me any particular Christmas vibes. It was great to see him wail on the bully.
Oh, yeah.
The tongue on the pole scene, what'd you think?
The pole scene?
The tongue on the pole.
It hurt me.
Yeah.
I don't like stuff like that. I mean, even as they were going through the I dare you, well, I double dog
That
dare
was so
you.
funny.
I knew it was coming. I'm like, this.
The way he worded it, man, I wish I remembered. I almost wrote it down.
The dialogue, the adult
Yeah.
dialogue adds a great.
He said something like I don't remember. He skipped over he skipped over something to go to triple dog dare.
He didn't
and they
do
were like,
just triple dare you.
yeah,
He
triple.
went
yeah,
straight to the triple
yeah.
dog.
And he
yeah.
said something like he glossed over the natural order or whatever it was to go from
It
and skipped
shocks.
right to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody's like, that was so funny, man. That was so good.
There was also, I liked the scene, even though it was a sad scene. He's Orphan Annie, I think is the name of the radio show. So I missed, maybe y'all can help me, I missed the part of how he becomes a member of the fan club. but he gets the letter in the mail.
You have to like the Ovaltine pouches. You send like
So many of them.
so
in.
many
Like
of
box
them in.
tops kind
yeah.
of thing.
Okay. He becomes a member, and there's the secret message he has to decode on the radio, and he goes into the bathroom, and he's working diligently to decode it, and it's like,
And they're
oh
trying to
man,
bust in and everything.
this is gonna weave into the story on the radio, and it just ends up being a
Drink more Ovaltine.
commercial
Yeah.
Drink more Ovaltine.
advertisement, and just it shatters his what would you call it, like how enamored he was with the show, where
Yeah.
it's like, oh man, this is actually just a farce for advertising. I mean, I don't know, I feel some of that, because I feel like as the oldest brother, maybe you feel like this too, you kind of have those, you don't have anyone going ahead of you as a sibling
Mm-hmm.
that becomes the adult first, and so you have these points where the illusions shatter and you see like things as they really are. It's like, damn, I felt that.
Do you remember when? Did your parents break it to you when Santa wasn't real?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Do you remember the moment?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember it?
We never did Santa.
Yeah, I don't.
I never believed in Santa.
I remember, doing the whole milk and cookies thing, and like Santa was a thing, but I don't ever remember the change.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that weird? I gotta ask my parents about
We
that.
never did Santa.
Wait, were you heartbroken? Was it like a thing?
Yeah, it ruined the whole year for me.
Dang.
I bet it did too.
Dang.
literally.
How old were you when they broke it?
Probably 6.
Dang,
Yeah, I was probably
How they
6,
say it.
6 or 7.
that's young too.
It got brought on because someone at People's actually said it,
That was one of those things.
and yeah, I don't know. Maybe my parents didn't want to keep it going, but it was.
That's when he decided he wanted to be an accountant. Started wearing a tie every day and was like, "I need to be an adult now."
Yeah. 5 o'clock shadow grew
Yeah,
in.
that's right.
As a,
That's right.
as a 6-year-old.
I gotta start making spreadsheets, man. Dang.
No, I do remember that.
So you do remember it though. Wow. Did your parents sit you down and was like, "Hey, listen, this part of it. It's a tradition."
I just remember it being in the living room. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it sucked.
Wow. Dang, I don't remember that. You never did Santa at all.
No.
I don't know if we ever did Santa. Maybe they raised me as it was like part of Christmas. Like
Mm-hmm.
I never like opened presents from Santa or anything, but I remember doing the milk and cookies.
You know, they would do the Santa tracker on the news on Christmas Eve, and Tanner and I would be like, "Oh my!" I mean, we were buying it all. Of Santa's over Chicago right now.
Wow.
Oh my! The man's getting
Get
close.
here just in time.
yeah, I gotta get to bed. I mean, there is that question of is it worth the trade-off of believing up until the point where you tell them that it's not, and you got all the enjoyment prior, but there's the pain of realizing that it's all fake, or do you just tell them from the outset where you don't have, like, even though it sucked, there was a magical element of Christmas prior to that where, I don't know, is it right or not? And I know that there are people that fall hard line on both sides of it, whereas I'm not lying to my kids about things like
I
that.
don't see it as a lie. The people that say, "I'm not lying to my kids," I don't see it that way. I really don't.
I guess because I never grew up with Santa, I don't really care. Like, I don't care if I tell my kids, like, Santa's not real.
It's funny. We're like all three in different boats here.
We are.
Well, the thing is, like, they never even brought it up, so it was never like I was
Yeah, I get it.
expecting it.
Yeah.
Like, it was never like
I'm very curious to ask my parents how they handled it.
yeah.
Because I don't remember at all finding out he was not real. But I do remember not believing in Santa,
Mhm.
but almost feeling like it was part of Christmas, was
Yeah.
to get to bed early so they can put the... But then I also remember when I was young, we had to go to bed so my parents can go down and wrap all the presents
Mhm.
and set it up. So maybe they didn't do Santa either.
It was still, like, magical and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
my parents still made it,
Yeah.
like, So I don't really think.
I don't know. I want to have that conversation. That's
I don't
interesting.
know. Yeah, because I feel like there's two sides. Like some people who do Santa go way over the top and just really blow it out of proportion, and then you have the normal people who do like one or two
Yeah.
gifts from
And
Santa.
then they have like Savannah's family. What they did was all the wrapped presents were from their parents, but the unwrapped was from Santa. So they did believe in Santa, and they like did the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I know one thing though. If my kids aren't going to get anything expensive from Santa, that's my credit. Santa's not getting no PS8s or iPhone 25s. Yeah, they'll get like a doll from Santa.
He goes, I worked hard for that.
Yeah,
I had to work a Friday for that
Yeah.
gift. All right,
Well,
so
let's calm down, Jess.
So Ash,
We're not there yet.
they're not worth Fridays yet.
Yeah.
So Ash, I have 3 questions for you.
Sure.
Rate the movie. Will you watch it again? Is it a regular?
80? Yes. No.
Okay. That's fair. He's like average expectations from what we were thinking.
Yeah, I knew. I don't know. I was expecting him to like it.
There was nothing about this movie that I was like, that's awful. I hate this movie.
Yeah.
There was nothing bad about it. I couldn't get into it.
I'm surprised that you didn't think it. Gave
wasn't
you that
for-
Christmas.
Yeah, it wasn't 4 Christmases.
Which part of I didn't hate that movie either. Which part of the movie for each of you is like, oh baby, it's Christmas?
For me, it's the movie.
It's just the whole thing.
Yeah, I think so. Again, because it was instilled as a child,
Okay,
a
so
Christmas movie.
that was my
I had ornaments on the tree. Like our family talked about the movie when Christmas was coming up. It was like it was part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I was
which is
gonna
warranted
yeah.
why it's not that for you. We're not disappointed, but we're surprised that you haven't seen it. And that
Yeah.
it's not,
yeah.
because it does seem like your kind of movie.
Even my parents were kind of like, maybe it's just like a northern movie, because there's a couple people in the South who've never.
It could be. Because my
Haven't
parents were
watched
even
it.
very shocked that they were like,
Yeah.
Ashton, really? Like,
Yeah.
they didn't know you've never seen it.
Yeah, apparently it's not on my parents' radar either.
And maybe it is.
So
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Favorite scene? You got a favorite scene?
mine's the Chinese episode or a Chinese scene, but
The end or the first one?
the ending. I also really enjoyed I would say the entire Christmas morning as a whole, but especially when the father tells Ralphie that there's the one more gift behind it, even though his mom's got reservations about it. They still let him have the
Totally in line with my parents.
yeah.
With the go-kart and the dirt bike. Yeah. It was
He's like, I had one when I was a kid, so.
yeah.
And
That
of
was
course he
cool.
goes right outside and almost shoots his eye out.
First shot.
So, and then I want to do 3. I would say probably. Sorry, Tim. I
No,
didn't
you're
mean to
good.
cut you off. I would say my third one is probably when they're going to get the Christmas tree,
Mm-hmm.
and then on the way home the tire blows out.
I was
and-
gonna say when they're screaming, singing, and the old man's just sitting there.
Yeah.
And they're all yelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's funny too.
It's funny. There's echoes of my own family experience throughout
Yeah.
the movie. I think that maybe that's what makes it timeless in a way. Those would be my 3.
That's almost what the movie feels like, a lot of family-centric, whatever you'd call it, things that happen around holidays. It's like a family thing. There's not a lot of extended actors. Most of the movie is the 4 of them. You know what I mean? So a lot of the scenes revolve around what old school Christmas memories would look like. That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
Because even his friends aren't really in it. They're only in it on like the walks to school. They're not really like part of the day to day. No.
Favorite scene.
Probably the leg lamp through the window when he's outside, and when the dogs come through the house.
Yeah. Yeah. So for
When he's constantly trying to eat the turkey.
Yeah.
That's great.
so it's hard again. It's hard to pick a favorite. I might go 3 like Ashton did. My favorite's got to be when the wife breaks the lamp, and he's like, "You used all the glue."
He looks so disappointed.
and you
just-
know she did it on purpose.
Yeah.
She walks in the room and then it shatters, and then he's fixing it, and she's snickering in the background. That part's really funny. Another great scene is when he is downstairs working on the furnace, and there's smoke coming through the entire house, and he's like cursing the entire time. Again, that brought back memories of my dad just fixing stuff around the house when we were growing up. And he's just screaming through the basement, and the wife's like looking, like going near the furnace, like asking if he's okay. And then always the Red Rider scene when they're sneaking through the backyard and the villains are in the back and they're like hiding behind the pole and climbing over the fence. I always remember that scene as I was a kid. So I think probably those 3 might be my favorites.
I'll definitely be watching it again.
Yeah, no question. It's a watch every year. I give it an A. I wouldn't say it's an A+, but I give it an A.
They growing up, they always had it on for 24 hours on TV, replaying from Christmas Eve to Christmas Day.
I think they still do that.
Do they?
I really do on like whatever the channel is. I'm pretty sure it's on Christmas Day, 24 hours. It's like nonstop. Yeah.
Classic, Ash.
I am glad that you made me watch it.
Did anybody watch it with you at the house?
No. No. Just me. I'm glad that you guys make me watch these movies because it's one of those things of it's not on my radar at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I watch it, even if it's not necessarily my favorite film ever, I needed to have watched that, at least once. So,
Which I think is a good reason why we do the movie reviews.
mm-hmm.
And I'm on the page of we should maybe bring them back.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there.
I mean, as long as we keep consistently, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we could, because we're already doing it now.
So I do want to ask one question before we get to the next pick. Christmas morning. We can talk about this again next week. Next week's going to be Christmas-centric the entire episode. I got a lot of good. It's going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But Christmas morning, you guys are opening gifts. I heard someone talk about this either on like a podcast I listened to or whatever. Do you guys, when people open gifts, do you leave the wrapping on the floor and at the end it's a whole big mess like in the movie? Or do you guys, as you open gifts, pass around a trash bag?
No. Everything's just on the ground.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I like that.
Who passes around a trash bag?
I remember growing up at family gatherings when we had 15, 20 people and we would exchange gifts, a trash bag will be passed around. It's usually the host being like, I don't want to do this when everybody leaves. But Christmas morning, we're like, it feels like freaking Christmas when there's wrapping everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. I was just curious about that. I remember someone talking about it sometime this week, and I thought that'd be cool to see how you guys are on. We're on the same page. Cool.
Guys, before we leave Christmas movies, I watched Santa Claus Sunday night. I would like to know favorite scene for each of you from that movie, and at which part does the Christmas feelings really just like strike up
From
for
the
you?
Santa Claus?
Yep.
Oh.
I think I know it. It's the moment when he gets in the sleigh. It's either in the it's in the sleigh, and he picks up Santa Claus's pants, and he says, "Whoa!" and he makes that noise. I think that's when it kicks in for me, and he puts on the outfit, and then he holds the bag, and it floats him out. I think that's what it is. And when Charlie's going up the ladder, and he says it rose such a clatter, ladder company.
Yeah.
I think it's that whole beginning of he's getting into the sleigh kind of thing. That's when it kicks in for me. Man, what a good movie. I watch that with my dad every year too. That's like peak Tim Allen in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can't think of a favorite scene. I haven't watched
You want me
it
to rattle some off?
in a minute.
When he
though.
sips the hot cocoa, and she says it took me 900 years to perfect it or something. First time they get to the North Pole, when he gives Charlie the snow globe.
Let me tell you my favorite scene.
Go ahead.
Is when he finally accepts. He comes in the house after, the restraining order has been placed or whatever, and, finally openly acknowledges that he is
To Charlie?
Santa Claus.
You mean?
To Charlie.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's when it's like,
When he says you saw the
Oh,
snow
man.
when he says when you saw the snow globe, right? He goes, "You bet I did."
yeah.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Okay.
I think one of my favorites is when I think it's the day after he comes back from the North Pole, or he thinks it's a dream,
Yes.
and then he starts gaining all the weight, and his beard grows back like instantly right after he shaves it, and then he goes into the office and he starts like getting all these things, all these desserts for lunch.
Yeah, and a hot fudge sundae,
Yeah.
extra hot fudge.
Yeah, and everybody's just sitting around like
It's all quiet and the music's playing. He's like scooping the hot fudge out of the.
he's like
The
a
glass.
a bee sting.
It's a big bee. And
No.
then right after that, when the Naughty and Nice list gets delivered from
Mhm.
like FedEx or whatever, and he like chases the guy down the road and it's
Yeah.
like stacks and stacks of lists.
I think one of my things when I'm like, oh yeah, this is Christmas time. I don't know why. Is when he burns all the food and he just gets the fire extinguisher, starts
No, yeah.
going to
The
town
turkey?
on the
And they go to
yeah.
Denny's.
That's way at
Yeah.
the beginning, yeah.
Yeah.
The Denny scene is funny.
Mhm. The scene my dad likes when he's dressed in the outfit as Santa Claus and he's walking down the hallway and sharp dressed man is playing and he's
Yep.
like they're doing the stance dun 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 and they're like walking down like right when he's getting into it. Yeah. It's so good. Yeah. I think that's my number one Christmas movie. It's gotta be.
It's good. It
Gotta
really
be.
is.
It's gotta be. That and Home Alone, but like Home Alone is like not like a Christmas, like put you in the vibes kind of movie. It's like you watch it at Christmas time. You know?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I feel the same way about it.
But I think Santa Claus is number one. It's Tim Allen, dude. Like I started watching Last Man Standing this week just because of Tim Allen. I'm on a Tim Allen kick right now.
Are you guys gonna watch Christmas movies every day, like up until Christmas now?
Are you?
Yeah.
Should I go through my list again?
You've written down what you've
I have a checklist.
watched already,
Yes.
like this month or just this
You want me
week?
to go through it?
Keep going, Jess. I've got an ant in my beer.
An ant in his beer.
I don't know how that happened. You want me to wait for you to go through this list, or I don't mind waiting. We'll vamp.
Are you proud of this list?
I am. Let me look at it. I only have 4 more to go.
Is that stuff you've only watched once, or have you watched those more than once?
Multiple.
Multiple.
I'll say this: when I'm home, Tim, ever since Thanksgiving ended, a Christmas movie has not been on in the house. Not just Christmas movie, Christmas episodes of favorite TV shows. Yes, How I Met Your Mother has been in that.
They I don't know if they still do this, but streaming services used to do like a playlist of just Christmas episodes during the holidays where you could click on it
Yeah.
and it will have all TV shows of just holiday.
I called Ashton on Tuesday night and gave him my Peacock login because
Mhm.
that 70s show, The Office, Everybody Loves Raymond, they do it on Peacock. I haven't
Okay.
checked the rest of them.
I thought Hulu did that for a little bit.
They have like a holiday playlist for sure. I don't know about the episodes. I didn't look yet. But like it says holidays from Peacock and it's like 30 Rock, that 70s show,
Mhm.
The Office, Everybody Loves
No,
Raymond.
I like when they do that.
Yeah.
It's just
But what I don't like is when you play it, you can't leave it on repeat. It puts you where you are in the season instead of only Christmas
Oh.
episodes. So you have to back out and then click the next one. But I went through all that 70s show episodes on, I think, like Tuesday or Wednesday. They have 5.
Christmas episodes.
Really, yeah. Oh, really good episodes, dude. You should get on there. Do you have Peacock?
Mm-mm.
All right, I'll send you my login. Dude, it's good.
When did you get Peacock?
I've had it since Office came on there like 2 years ago.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Always had it. I pay for the commercial. It's only $5 a month. It's
Yeah.
nothing.
I know my parents just switched their Netflix to the commercial one.
They have commercials?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's like $24 a month now. Netflix is insane.
Yeah.
I keep telling my parents to cancel, and they won't do it.
No, they have like a bottom tier now where it's like $8, but it's
With commercials?
With commercials.
See? It's worth it. Dude, it's insane how expensive Netflix is.
You know how much I pay for Hulu?
16.
18. I'm gonna have to cancel soon.
No, you're not.
Too many people rely on my.
I know.
my
I
Hulu.
watch Lego Masters with no commercials, dude. Don't you dare cancel that.
And the thing I like about
Ash,
Hulu,
have you watched Lego Masters?
Ash, you could grab me one too if while you're over
Yes. Did you watch
Um,
the finale? No. Came out this morning. It aired last night. Yeah. I already know who won. Do you? Do you know what the prize is though? Did I tell you already?
Well, I know one of the prizes is that whatever they make becomes a set.
there. Oh, really?
It becomes an actual. They're being flown to Denmark to design their final build that won them the competition.
So what is
I can't wait.
is it like
Asians.
a specific thing that they have to do, or they just freestyle it?
This season, the finale was build whatever you want.
Are they cool things that they build? Like, are they?
Yeah. One of them was a family tree that was like 9 feet tall.
I was gonna say, if these things are huge, how are they gonna make it into an actual?
They're gonna
set?
microscale them because the winners built an 8-foot by 8-foot airplane with like a memory throughout the entire. What was that?
It's foamy.
Was he sipping?
Foam.
All right, let's get back to this Christmas list here. I have 4 left, Ash.
Put that in the mic.
He's really good at. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's all do it.
Oh.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers.
Okay, Jesse.
I knew I was gonna do that.
I haven't done that quite a long time. You proud of me?
Yeah.
All right.
But you haven't drank any liquor.
Fair. No, we did rum. I did rum one night a couple weeks ago. Rum and water.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Get to that list.
I have 4 movies left. These are the ones that I've seen. 4 Christmases, 8 Crazy Nights, Home Alone, Rudolph.
What's 8 Crazy Nights?
Yeah, I don't know that either.
That is an animated Adam Sandler Christmas movie. It's one of me and Dan's favorites.
Is it like?
Although I haven't put Just Friends on here yet.
Is it a comedy?
Yes. Very funny.
8 Crazy Nights. Is that on Hulu? I think I've seen it on Hulu.
Probably. If not, it's on my Vudu. Look you up. Rudolph, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, Christmas with the Cranks, Jack Frost, Home Alone 2, Santa Claus. I don't like that you smile when I say Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. I don't like that.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
I was gonna come back to that because I didn't know what it was.
It's a holiday special.
Is it like
It's
30
funny.
minutes?
40 minutes. It's
Is
funny.
So is it actually Christmassy?
Yes.
Hmm.
The whole thing centered around Christmas.
Hmm.
So stop laughing until you watch it.
I didn't laugh.
He's not gonna watch it.
2 episodes in a row you have laughed. Maybe 3 episodes.
At what?
Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Listen back 2
You've
episodes
said this
ago.
in 2 episodes?
Yeah, 2 episodes ago. You laughed, and I said, why are you laughing at that? How the Grinch Stole Christmas, The Grinch, Fred Claus.
Mmm.
You haven't seen that?
Is that what Vince Vaughn?
I'm pointing at the wrong friend. Yes,
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
he's the brother of Santa
Mhm.
Claus. It's hilarious. Frosty the Snowman. 8-Bit Christmas, Elf, Christmas Story, The Holiday, A Christmas Carol.
So what haven't you watched?
Charlie Brown Christmas, which I need to talk to you about, Ash. There's no way for me to watch it. Where is it?
Well, I can tell you I've got it on 4K and Blu-ray, so you just let me know which one you want.
Can you borrow? Can I borrow one?
Of course.
We'll talk after the show.
All right.
Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Haven't seen this year. Which, that's on the back burner.
What are you waiting on?
Boo.
Jingle All the Way. Haven't seen this year. Just Friends. Ernest Saves Christmas. Let's deliberate.
Interesting. Fred Claus. May I just say, it's nice every year or two to be reminded that Elizabeth Banks is in that movie.
And Luda.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't
Is
remember.
that the blonder?
I don't remember that
The
movie.
blondie?
I like. That sounded like something your dad would say. Is that the blonder? Yeah.
Okay.
What were you about to say, Tim?
Man, she wears a low top.
No, I just haven't seen that movie in a while, so I don't know what you guys are talking about.
We'll brush up.
It's probably been like 4 or 5 years since I've seen that movie.
It's surprisingly funny.
Yeah.
It's on.
Hulu.
Okay.
They've been playing on TV like crazy.
There's a lot of Christmas movies on Hulu. I don't know if you've looked. Ash, what have you watched this year so far?
You mean Hulu Days?
So thank you for pointing that out, Jess.
I miss you, Tim.
Tim,
I miss you a lot.
I am coming back to that.
You should sit over here sometime.
I did last week.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
I mean, Tim, can we say sign me up?
Oh, her. I forgot about she's in is she a mean girl? Is she a mean girl?
I don't think so. She's in FU. What's it called? That cheerleader movie.
Yeah, isn't that Faulkner University?
What?
It's something university.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
You've seen that movie, Ash? Me and Adam used to kill that movie.
Of course.
Oh, crap. Faulkner University sounds right. No, that's a real university. It's not it.
That is FU though.
Yeah. FU is... Don't tell me, though. Here's what we're going to do here. I don't know.
I don't think you're gonna guess it either. I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
It's a cheerleading movie where two guys pretend to be cheerleaders to go to a cheerleading camp and hook up with girls.
Oh, fired up.
Oh, my God.
There it is.
What a guy.
What a guy.
Are you kidding me? Look at this guy. He's not even paying attention.
I thought you guys were talking
MVP, this guy.
From 2009.
I thought you guys were talking about something else. We've watched
Oh, my
that.
gosh. What a movie. There's so many good lines in that movie.
Yeah.
We should watch that. Let's do that for our first movie pick of January. I'm picking it. Fired up. Tim.
Yeah. Fired up.
When I say don't tease me now, that's what I refer to as that movie.
Yeah, so I'll be happy to lend you Charlie Brown
Yeah, please do.
on whichever quality you want.
Well, that's the thing. You're going to have to bring it next week.
That's fine.
All right. I'll watch it Christmas Eve with you.
What a time.
Nice. I'll
What?
text you and say, turning it on now.
What, Tim?
Is that a problem?
No. No, keep going with your
You have
No,
something
no,
to
no.
say?
No, we're going to park here.
Let's plant a flag.
What is it?
Nothing.
Well, we're not.
No one
We're not
believes
going to move
you.
on.
No one believes you.
The parking brake button has been set.
That's fine. No one likes awkward silence more than I do.
We've gotten to that part of the night where Jesse just rests the mic on his
Temple.
what do you call this? The temple? Yeah.
Have you seen Charlie Brown Christmas before?
Not as I can't remember, so probably not. The only thing I remember, which I think is in the Great Pumpkin, is the football thing.
Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah.
You got something you want to say about the
I do
Christmas
need
special?
No, let's let him move on from this. We need to discuss what we are going to watch next week all together.
Hold on, I want to hear Ashton's Christmas list of what he's seen so far this year.
Do you have a list?
It's lackluster. I haven't even watched Elf yet.
That's fine.
I don't watch Elf ever, so it's fine.
I've watched Santa Claus, Christmas with the Cranks, 4 Christmases,
What we forced
And-
him to watch.
A Christmas Carol,
Which one?
or A Christmas Story. Whatever it's
Never
called.
mind. Are you a fan of the Jim Carrey Christmas Carol? Have you seen it?
I don't think so.
My
Okay.
parents watched that a couple nights ago.
I watched it.
I need to watch Elf.
It's
Christmas Vacation. I need to watch Polar Express
I was afraid you were going to say that.
and Charlie Brown. Oh yeah,
You can leave Charlie Brown out. It's all right.
Yeah, it's fine. No, wait. No. I thought you were talking about Polar Express. I don't. No. Look at him. I don't support that. I was mistaken on what he was going to say.
I'm gonna pretend like you didn't say that.
All right, moving on. What are we going to pick for next week?
I don't know how.
How he puffs his chest. How are we going to decide this? Let's talk. Let's elaborate.
It's the second time you
Did I
used
mess
that
that up
word
again?
in 5 minutes.
Deliberate.
Deliberate. Mistake. It's
You're
understandably
combining that
mistakable.
and elaborate.
So I was
Thank you, Ash.
thinking about this, and I want to pick a movie that you haven't seen, but at the same time, I
Why
want to
just him though?
But you have.
You've done this
seen
to me the last
all
2
of
weeks.
You think I've seen everything?
Yes.
That's not true.
He hasn't seen Charlie Brown.
What if we do Charlie Brown? You don't want to watch that, do you?
He doesn't want to do it. He's already over here fussing about it.
I don't like Charlie Brown.
What if we pick an old school Franklin and Bass? You know what I mean?
Is there a Christmas
Oh, poor Ashton has just been shut down by his
He's gone. His battery's
29
done.
and 11-month old brain. He just cannot
his
figure
birthday's
out
coming
what
up.
is coming up.
What is it?
Tim, it's like 3
Abbott and
weeks.
Costello?
Oh, Hit the Ice. Is that what you're thinking of? Oh, no, the Christmas
Is there an
special.
Abbott and Costello special?
No.
No.
Here's the thing, Tim. I
How?
looked this up.
How?
I looked this up, Tim. I think there's a Christmas episode in the show. Right? We were on the phone when we were talking about this.
So, Hit the Ice is as close to Christmas as I think there is.
Here it is. The Colgate Comedy Hour.
Okay.
Very funny, one review says. I don't think it has anything to do with Christmas.
Jim from Michigan says, very
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. Would watch again when the internet is out. Let's see here. A delightful Christmas special stars the brilliant comedy team of Abbott and Costello as they perform the Colgate Comedy Hour. I think we should figure this out. Elaborate.
So, there's a.
Regain your composure. What were you saying, Tim?
There's a couple Christmas movies that I haven't seen that I would probably want to watch. So, I haven't seen 8 Crazy Nights. Haven't seen Fred Claus in about 5 years. I would probably want to watch that. Polar Express I haven't watched in a while. It's not good. No good.
Why don't we do this? Well, this might be a bad idea. I was going to say we could each pick a movie for the other to watch that they haven't seen.
Should I look up the top 15 Christmas movies?
I like that idea.
Okay, and then if we run into one none of us have seen.
Ooh.
You know, I've never fully seen Miracle on 34th Street or It's a Wonderful Life. Are those Christmas movies?
They are.
Old-time Christmas movies?
They are.
I've never seen those.
Jesse says don't do it.
20 Santa Claus, 13 Grim.
What?
20.
Why'd you go from 20 to 13?
Do you need me to read the list?
No, 19 Gremlins.
Gremlins. What is Gremlins?
It's a Christmas.
Technically, it's Christmas, but I've never watched it for Christmas.
Don't look shocked.
Gremlins? You've never heard of Gremlins?
No.
But we don't watch it on Christmas.
Don't look at me. He's never heard of Gremlins.
You've never seen Gremlins?
There you go.
No.
He's never heard of Gremlins.
The man
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Before we go any further,
Okay.
have you ever seen Small Soldiers?
No.
Dude!
I've never even heard of it.
January 1st, my guy.
Get.
Oh, he just need to go to the bathroom.
Get
before
outta
he did
here.
That? You never seen Small Soldiers?
Get out of here.
Let's write that down.
You both are out of your minds.
Small Soldiers?
No.
Well, this sounds stupid, me just berating you now. We're not.
Just keep going.
Okay. 18, Christmas Vacation. 17, Scrooged. Bill Murray. 16, Die Hard. We're not doing that. Navarro. Move on. 15, Miracle on 34th Street. 14, White Christmas. Bing Crosby. Okay. Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye, and Rosemary Clooney deck the halls in the Yuletide Classic.
I like Bing Crosby.
We'll table that.
Okay.
13, Nightmare Before Christmas, Ash.
Okay.
12, Trading Places. No.
Nope.
11, Home Alone. 10, Rudolph, Franklin and Bass. 9, A Year Without a Claus. A Year Without a Santa Claus, whatever. 18, A Muppets Christmas Carol.
Oh, I would like to watch that.
7, Bad Santa, not doing it. 6, Love Actually, not doing it. 5, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, classic.
Are these top rated or just
I don't know.
what is this?
I don't know what to tell you. Number 4, Elf. Number 3, Charlie Brown. Number 2, A Christmas Story. And can you guess number 1? I think all roads are pointing to this movie.
He's gonna say Home Alone.
No.
That was number 10.
Oh.
A Wonderful Life.
Do we need to do it?
No.
Okay.
How
We'll
long
pick
is
a
that
different
movie?
list. It's long.
Have you watched it before? Because you see. Oh.
When me and Savannah were dating and I was there for around the Christmas time, we watched it.
No, I didn't hear Rick Steves' European Christmas on there.
Wonder why. Number 30, Santa Claus. 29, Polar Express. Christmas Chronicles. No.
What are we doing here? Did you just go to another list?
Yeah. 27, Tokyo Godfathers. English dubbed? All right. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Did you Did you
Skip.
mention any other iconic 80s
Skip.
movies that he's never seen?
No. Skip.
What other iconic 80s movies are there?
The Goonies, have you seen that?
That's not Christmas.
No, we're talking about Small Soldiers and Gremlins.
No,
You brought up Small Soldiers. We're trying to figure out a Christmas
Let's
movie.
But
Stay
have you
on.
seen The Goonies?
Let's stay on Christmas movies.
You haven't seen The Goonies? Ash.
Claus.
You mean Klaus?
Yes. How did you know that?
There's no movie called Klaus.
Damn. Tim. Man, we're the same person. Rudolph.
Which Rudolph?
Stop motion. There's only one Rudolph.
There's a couple of the Rudolphs, though.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
No, I mean there's a couple Rudolph movies.
Oh. In 1964. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas. He still hasn't seen. Let's keep that in mind, Tim.
Yes, I have.
Oh.
I don't like that movie.
Christmas Vacation.
Does it remind you of Christmas?
No, not at all.
Maybe we should table this for a later date. Charlie Brown, Home Alone, Gremlins, Elf.
So why don't we all just watch our favorite Christmas movie?
Dude, a number one movie again is It's a Wonderful Life.
I need to go ahead and just watch that one day.
Let's you and I watch it.
It's a Wonderful Life.
You should. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm not saying you
Let's do
shouldn't
it.
watch it.
Let's do it.
All right.
But
It's a Wonderful Life. We'll
it's
do
a
it.
tough watch.
Why?
It's sad. It's about a guy wanting to kill himself. And it's black and white.
Tim and I like emotionally powerful.
Okay. Okay. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's a bad movie.
I mean, it's number one on back-to-back list, Jess. It's got to be good.
Maybe we shouldn't pick a Christmas movie this week.
It's a Wonderful Life.
All right.
I think it's on HBO.
Okay.
All right. I'll moderate the discussion next week.
What?
Nothing. Nothing. We go Christmas talk? Listen, again, next week, the whole episode is going to be Christmas-centric.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's
correct.
going to be 2 days before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be Christmas Eve a podcast.
Ooh.
The Eve cast.
Can
if
you
wanna
believe?
call it.
Can you believe it's already? This is our second holiday special. Tim can't
Take a
he
breath.
He
I
can't
can't
even
believe it.
speak.
I really like that hoodie.
I know you say it every year.
I really like that hoodie. Where'd you get it?
Old Navy 3 years ago.
Blast. What's next?
We could talk about football.
Let's touch on sports before we get into football. Wait.
What?
Let's touch on baseball and basketball before we get into football.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
Heaven above, Ash.
Heaven above.
Ash, do you have anything you want to say before I get into this?
About
Let's start on Ohtani. Let's start on baseball.
I mean, like $700 million.
Do you know all the details of this whole contract?
Yeah, how he's only getting like $2 million a year and he's deferring the rest of it
Yes.
until after.
So apparently it was his idea. When he first got signed, he said, "Can I defer my entire contract?" His agent said, "Well, you can't play for free." So the minimum was $2 million. He's getting paid less than a backup pitcher right now, a backup catcher right now.
Mm-hmm.
$2 million a year because he is the highest paid player off the field. He makes over $50 million a year off endorsements. $50 million a year.
So he's going to be a billionaire.
Yeah, so for the first 10 years of his contract, $2 million a year. The second 10 years, $68 million per year, whether he's on the Dodgers or not. So his next 20 years are set in stone, basically, unless someone buys out the contract, whatever. That's what he planned to do.
The man's probably going to go home in 10 years and just live.
And the reason why is because he wanted them to sign another all-star player. They want to win championships. That's his goal right now. He doesn't care about money. See, that's why the Dodgers now still have what they were going to spend on him to spend on someone else. But they still got Ohtani. So they're going out for another guy named
Yamamoto.
Yamamoto
I mean, yeah, but they still have to pay him eventually.
in 10 years.
In 10 years.
That's the thing. And the guy I was listening to who was talking about it was like the Dodgers must have been over the moon because this was Ohtani's idea. It wasn't the Dodgers. So they're basically like, we've spent $2 million this year now. We still have this much million to spend on someone else. So odds are they're going to be beyond dominant next year if all the pieces fall into place.
They were dominant last year and they got knocked out in the first round.
What did they have, the second best record?
They had like 111 wins.
Yeah.
They were right under the Braves, I think, last
Yeah.
year.
And they got rocked by the Diamondbacks, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sent them packing.
That was a fun World Series this year.
It was.
It was.
It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
The World Series was actually the least exciting part of it.
Yeah.
It was the games leading up to it.
Mm.
Two really average teams.
I mean, the Texans the Rangers beating out the Astros.
Mm-hmm.
That was an exciting series. Did that go to 7 games?
Yeah. Both series went to 7 games.
Yeah, it was fun.
Phillies and Diamondbacks.
I think everyone thought the Phillies were going to win the whole thing.
Yep.
No, that was good on him because whether he gets injured or not, he gets to look forward to the next 20 years of his life.
He's set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think today he was officially announced in L.A.
And are you ready to hear how old he is? Do you know how old he is?
23?
29. But
29. Yeah.
So he'll be playing till he's 39, and then he can do
Cash
whatever.
out.
What a guy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a podcast that I listen to that's focused on the Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying that statistically, the height of a MLB player's career is between 25 and 32, which is kind of crazy because I guess the NFL's kind of the same thing, especially with quarterbacks. You know, we're seeing Bryce Young, he's only won 1 game this year. With the quarterbacks, it takes them a few seasons to get transition from college into professional ball. But it seems like with the MLB especially, you know, Judge was in his early 30s when he went on that run last year and set that home run record. it is kind of late 20s, early 30s when those guys really peak out. Which says something about the Dodgers willing to sign him for 10 years. Because you got to think at the tail end of that, he's going to be approaching 40. And that's if he stays healthy. So
Yeah. I heard someone say yesterday that he's not even promised. He's not promised those 10 years. That's what's really insane on the Dodgers' part. Like, he could have a career-ending injury next year, but it's like they got to pay him $700 million, you know. It's putting a large bet on one person to be okay and to win them championships, which shows you how much money they have, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to be top 3, right? Most valuable teams in baseball.
I
at
think
least.
they're second.
100%.
I think it's Yankees and Dodgers. It's definitely, as far as cities go, it's New York, L.A., and then I think it goes like Chicago or something. As far as sports media market. It's crazy. And then Yankees got Soto, but that flew under the radar so fast, you know, once they actually signed him.
Yeah, I mean, no one's going to eclipse the Ohtani news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hopefully the Yankees can play a little bit better this year. I can't wait for baseball. We've got roughly 3 months until baseball.
The Yankees are still the most valuable baseball team.
They always will be. There's no way around that. I mean, even the Knicks in the NBA, I think, are the highest valued, and they haven't won a game since they haven't won a championship since the 70s.
The Knicks, you say?
They're worth $7.1 billion, 18% more than a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Like, it's New York. It doesn't matter if they're good or bad.
That's crazy.
Like, literally, the Knicks haven't won in 50 years, and they're still...
Dodgers are number 2.
Mm.
4. I thought it would be more, though.
Mm.
They're worth 4.8.
Wait, is Boston 3?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this is fun.
So, Yankees are 7.1, and the Dodgers are 4.8. That's how much of a difference there is. Like,
I'll just go off recent history.
They're
Is
nowhere
Houston number
near
4?
it. No.
Giants.
No.
Then I don't know. White Sox.
Cubs.
Chicago. See what I mean? 1, 2, and 3. Yep. And they haven't been good in decades.
Mets are number 6.
That's fine. They're just riding off the tailcoats of the Yankees.
New York.
All right. Basketball? Do you want to touch on basketball real quick before we get into this?
Which part?
And by basketball, you mean Draymond Green?
The point.
Well, but right before that.
You know what's crazy, though? The fact that they extended his contract for $100 million. He can't even play basketball.
Again, before... That's a whole discussion. Did you see the Giannis thing that happened last night? With the game
the
ball?
man was playing out of his mind.
With the 63 points?
64.
64 points?
Yeah.
What
Did you
about
see
it?
what happened with the whole game ball
Uh-uh.
situation? So apparently they were playing the Pacers. There was a lot of heat going on in the regular season or in the mid-season tournament because the Pacers knocked out the Bucks. They got a little rivalry going on right now. They played them 2 games in a row. Last night, Giannis scored 64 points. So apparently what he does is he takes game balls that are significant in his career and gives them to his mom. Whatever. So apparently last night he scored 64. That was a Bucks all-time record. Single game. But also this guy in the Pacers who's a rookie scored his first career point. So the
man wants the ball.
So the Pacers, he didn't specifically. The Pacers grabbed the game ball for him when the game ended. There's 2 game balls, though. There's a game ball and then there's a backup in case anything happens. Apparently, they grab the game ball. Giannis darts down the hallway towards the Pacers when he finds out that they have the game ball. And chaos ensues. Like, the whole team goes in there. It becomes this whole scuffle. Like, security guards are getting knocked down. Apparently, an assistant coach or a GM got elbowed in the ribs and has bruised ribs. He didn't get the game ball. He has a game ball, but he was in his press conference after the game was saying something like, I have a game ball, but it's not the game ball. It doesn't feel like a game ball. He goes, I played 36 minutes tonight. I know what the game ball feels like. That's what he said. He said, I understand that the guy wants, his first career points. He wants the game ball, but we need to recognize greatness, is what he said. That's what along those lines. He said something like, past Kyle Korver in a scoring record. He scored 64, a career high. He needs the game ball, basically. So this whole scuffle came about just because. And then the coach on the Pacers said, we grabbed the game ball for, this is what the Pacers do. It's a Pacers tradition where scores their first points, they get in the game ball. He goes, there's 2 game balls. I don't care what game ball we have. We just grabbed a game ball. So they're like, what the hell? He said this could have been solved by a simple conversation. But Giannis got in this whole scuffle about it. So he's still butthurt about it. He still doesn't know if he actually has the game ball or not. But it was like this crazy news that was like, who cares?
Yeah, get over it.
It's a freaking ball. Like, who cares? So that whole, I didn't know if you guys heard about it, but that whole scuffle went down last night. That was just crazy to me. But he's just being freaking dramatic. When I read the article and he said and you recognize greatness or recognize what happened, you're like, okay, dude, relax. Yeah, relax. 64, I was like, come back when you score like 81 or 100 or something significant.
Right.
So many players have scored more than 64 points in a contest, but whatever. All right, so we want to get into Draymond? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Did Draymond spawn during the scuffle and put someone in a headlock?
No.
Put the Pacers head coach in a headlock?
So did you guys watch what actually went down? You know what happened. Do you want to go ahead and tell us like what the heck happened?
You'll have to remind me of the guy's name, but Draymond comes back off of his suspension from putting Rudy.
Nurkic.
Isn't it something Gobert?
Rudy
Yeah.
Gobert.
Rudy Gobert?
The new guy is Nurkic.
He puts Rudy Gobert in a headlock, gets suspended for 4 games?
5.
5 games, comes back off the suspension for seemingly very little provocation. Draymond swings his arm around and just freaking decks this dude in the side of the face, almost hitting him in the eye.
Did you watch it too?
The
Mhm.
man hits the floor face down, and Draymond looks stunned, afterwards. So he's been suspended indefinitely and will not be able to play again until he receives counseling. And everyone in the league is now talking about the man as if he's a crack addict.
Mm-hmm.
There's a malfunction in the machine upstairs in Draymond's brain. I watched a compilation someone put together on YouTube last night of all of his physical altercations in the NBA.
Apparently it's gone viral.
He has a track record, you could say. I watched him, a man was on the ground, him put his leg on the man's chest and then push off and jump and then run down the court and then look shocked when he gets called for a what is it, class 2?
Flagrant 2.
Flagrant 2 foul? Apparently the Apple TV is updating.
I was like, Jess, did you turn this on?
No, I wasn't going to show the compilation. So the dude gets suspended indefinitely. So did you see the press conference after when he talked about what happened? Oh, man. It's basically, someone asked him what happened. The guy's name is Nurkic. He's on the Suns, a center on the Suns. So crazy. He's basically Nurkic. Giannis. Draymond Green's on offense. Nurkic is like, they're defending each other. He's like tugging on the shorts a little bit. He's kind of like, making contact with him. So in order to, he says, sell the foul, because again, this is all his words. Draymond Green doesn't flop. So in order to sell the foul, which is flopping, he twisted and threw his arms in the air. But in order to do so, makes perfect contact with this guy's cheek. and sends him to the floor and doesn't look at the man when he falls over. He looks away and walks away like he anticipates, yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
So the man...
And then looks stunned when they call
Right,
the
when
flagrant.
they eject him.
Yeah.
Yeah, flagrant 2 ejected from the game. In the press conference says, I didn't mean to connect with him, so I'm going to apologize to him. You guys know me.
No.
If I mean to do something, I'm not going to apologize for it. But I will apologize to Nurkic because I did not mean to connect with him. So I'm watching this guy's Rich Eisen. Rich Eisen, he's an NFL guy, but he's talking about it. And he goes, oh, so we're just supposed to accept that you're not apologizing for this? So we're like, okay, cool. You didn't mean to do it, so we're going to forgive you for it. Like saying, like he's basically saying, I'm proving to you that I didn't mean to do this because I'm apologizing. Because he didn't apologize to Rudy Gobert. Never did. He said, I didn't apologize because I meant to do it. Obviously. So, man gets suspended indefinitely. Nurkic, on the other side, is in a press conference, and he says, I don't know what's wrong with him, but he needs help. I hope he gets help.
Yeah.
Whatever's going on with him. So that's why everybody's looking at it as it's a mental illness now. They're basically saying it's because of that comment that people are like, what is going on with this guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I decided to go back and look at all of Draymond's suspensions. Hey Siri, turn off the Apple TV. Dunce. So I've decided to do some research, okay? Going back to all of his suspensions. Let's start from the beginning.
2008.
I don't even know if this is in order. It is. Well, no, it may not be in order. Okay, so his first ejection was in the 2016 NBA Finals.
Mm-hmm.
He kicks LeBron in the crotch in an altercation. Gets suspended. They end up losing the finals. Gets suspended for 1 game.
Is that the game 7 when they came back?
I think it was 6 when he got suspended. He didn't play the game that they lost.
But is that the year the Cavs came back in game 7?
I don't know. 2016?
I think so.
It might be.
Okay.
Where they were down 3-1?
Yeah.
I think that might have been what it
Okay.
was.
Okay.
So he cost them a championship. We'll go ahead and say that. Okay. His next altercation was when Durant is on the team with them. Green inbounds the ball and refuses to pass to Durant. And turns over the ball, forces an overtime, then they lose in overtime. After the turnover, Kevin Durant's confronting him. He ends up either shoving or hitting Durant. On the same team, mind you. The game's not even playing. They're on the bench. He gets suspended. He gets suspended for 1 game, not from the league, but from the Warriors. They decided to suspend him for a game. His third altercation, which is not a suspension, but during practice in between seasons, is during training camp, he punches Jordan Poole in the face.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't get suspended, but he gets fined by the Warriors. Jordan Poole gets let go later that season, thinking, again, it was Jordan Poole's fault. Draymond Green punches him in the face. There's video of this. Have you seen it?
No.
It's unreal. I mean, decks the guy in the face in practice. Knocks him out. So the fourth altercation, he throws the ball at Russell Wilson's head after thinking Russell Westbrook. I'm sorry. Russell Westbrook.
Say Russell Wilson.
No. After he thinks Russell Westbrook pushes him. He turns around in an inbound and throws the ball at Russell Westbrook's head. Now he didn't get suspended for this, but it was his 16th technical of the season.
Oh my.
So then he got a 1-game suspension. 16 technicals in a season. There's 82 games. Do the math. Then the fourth one, he stomps on Sabonis, like you said, at the Kings last year. So they get scuffled. Sabonis falls to the ground. So then Draymond Green, to jump over him, stomps on his chest.
He launches himself off of
yeah.
this man's chest.
I mean, he was injured, Sabonis. This was in the playoffs last year. Fifth one, Rudy Gobert headlock. 6-game suspension. And then this most recent one, punches Nurkic in the face. Indefinite. So the last 4 suspensions were within 12 months.
Yeah.
4 suspensions,
Yeah.
which is why they're indefinite. See what the heck happens.
Yeah, they need to. The man's
He's a nutcase.
clearly off. Yeah.
And here's another thing on top of this that I heard today. Pretty much this year is the last year of the Warriors dynasty, right? Kerr is at the end of his contract. Klay Thompson is at the end of his contract.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Jordan Poole got let go.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, Steph Curry isn't going anywhere, but he's towards the end of his contract. This is like the last chance before the team gets split up. Like, it's potential Klay Thompson won't be here next year because of the new salary cap rules. They can't pay 2 incredible star players, so he may be gone. So he's costing them potentially games and potentially a championship on their last ride. And he's like sitting out now.
And
The
they
dude's a
just
nutcase.
They extended his contract. Yeah. $100 million.
And he doesn't do shit.
No, I don't know how you pay the man $100 million.
Charles Barkley was in an interview today, and he said they think he's upset because he's not the player he used to be. So he's like lashing out. And he said Charles Barkley did the same thing when he was towards the tail end of his career. He started getting in fights and technicals and stuff because he can't perform anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He's not he's good on defense. That's it.
Yeah.
He doesn't perform at all.
No. What, does he get like 4 points?
I think he averages like 6 or 8 points a
Yeah.
game. It's not good. Yeah, but he's the soul of the team.
And they're paying him $100 million
Mhm.
for 6 points a game.
Yeah. Yeah. It just doesn't make any sense, man.
No. I don't like.
And so the Warriors, I wrote this down. Warriors this year is the most expensive sports team in North American history, with over $400 million being paid this year to their players and to their coaches and all that.
Wow.
And it's like going down the drain now.
They put a salary cap on there
I guess so.
next year?
Well, starting next year. So last year there was a new, whatever it's called, where basically you can't make super teams. It's to prevent super teams.
Mm-hmm.
So stars are being paid less. You basically have to prioritize one superstar and then build around.
So how's that? I mean, I guess people are still under contract, so it won't
Yeah.
really matter until after the contract. But
Right.
like the Celtics
Mm.
and all, like the Celtics are undefeated at home this year.
Really?
They're 12-0 at home.
I watched them last night. They were playing the Cavs. Like, no team looks as good as them right now. They're really good. The Bucks are good, but they're not like Celtics are a complete team right now.
Yeah.
They have really, really good players. 4 out of their 5 starters are star players. They just got what's the tall center, the really good guy, Porzingis.
Mm.
Like, dude, he fit in so well there.
I never keep up with the NBA until playoffs, so I don't know how they're doing. But
Yeah.
how are the Nuggets doing?
They're still the team to beat.
Yeah.
They're still all around.
Mm.
They don't have like 5 star players. They have 2 star players, but then the other 3 and like the bench, they have a deep bench,
Mm-hmm.
and the other 3 are very good supporter players.
Do-
They're still the team to beat.
So they still have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I don't think they'll go again,
Yeah.
but they in the West at least they're the team to beat.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Lakers don't have the depth to go 82 games and playoffs and championship. They're good right now, but
Didn't they win the in-season tournament?
yeah. Which, I mean, they look good there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they beat the Pacers, but the Pacers are really good this year, too.
Hmm.
They have a super young team. The Magic are really good. They're very young. And then the Thunder are very, very good with a lot of young players.
What about the Timberwolves? Aren't they
They're
good?
they're top 3
Yeah.
or 4. They're very good, too. There's a lot of, it's like always a cycle where, like, the
Mhm.
stars dominate for 5 or 10 years, and then the young teams come up. And right now, the young teams are starting to come up. So playoffs will be interesting. But again, yeah, like the season's so long and it's not
Yeah.
worth keeping up with all games.
No, because I used to watch NBA a lot in high school, but there would be like 2 or 3 games on every day.
Yeah.
Like there'd be games on all the time.
It's starting to get more competitive. I think, dude, I'm telling you, the in-season tournament was a success. Like, it helped the rivalries. Like, the Bucks and the Pacers now have a rivalry going on, and they're playing again in January, back-to-back games. And it's
Mhm.
like, and then with the game ball thing going on, and then the Lakers winning the first in-season tournament ever, like the NBA. That's exactly what they wanted, I'm sure.
Mhm.
Having LeBron hoist the trophy and all that crap, and they're putting a banner up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's exciting. It's still not like NFL exciting to watch every single week, but I think it'll be cool to see.
I don't think anything's more exciting than the NFL to watch every week.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
nothing beats it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess because it's only 17 games, and like it's only
And
on.
it's an event.
It's only on Sunday.
That's the thing. It's an event.
Yeah.
NBA, it's like, oh, they're on. Let's just watch them.
Yeah.
NFL, you look forward to it every
Mhm.
Sunday, and then Monday's still cool. Thursday's okay, but like
Yeah.
Sunday night, just all day Sunday, it's like that's what you do.
Speaking of, do we do picks?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I didn't get a total for last week, so you'll have to. I only got 7.
I got 7 as well.
We all picked Thursday night wrong. Who would have guessed last night? 63-21. Is that what happened?
63-21. Yeah.
Triple the score.
And there's
Yeah.
an unemployed coach now.
And a GM.
Mm-hmm.
You see, they fired the GM also. They're in complete rebuild, I'm sure.
Yeah, you would after.
Which also, did you guys hear? That may be a landing spot for Belichick. There is scuttlebutt going on.
I think he needs to take his money and retire.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's going to retire.
If I was
I think
73
he
years
should.
old,
I think he should, but I don't know.
What was the final score of the Eagles-Cowboys?
It was some crazy score.
33-10,
If I don't write
or
it
no,
down,
33-13.
that sounds right. 13. If I don't write it down, it means we weren't even close. Will you stop getting forward?
Saturday.
Listen, we got Saturday games
Saturday
tomorrow.
game.
Let's go, baby! Saturday.
And what are you gonna do?
1, 4:30, and 8:15.
Are you guys gonna watch all three?
Yes, I have no plans tomorrow. I'm watching football.
They're going to be on.
I know this weekend is championship weekend for
Who cares?
fantasy football.
No playoffs.
Well,
Championship.
Playoffs,
Mhm.
yeah. And my team is looking rough. I got too many questionables.
Uh-oh.
Too many variables going
Is
on.
Tyreek back in?
Says questionable.
I'm not gonna lie. I think they're gonna rest him until playoffs.
Yeah.
You may be tough.
If he's not playing, I'm gonna lose, like 100%.
Yeah. It's funny. I was listening to a podcast this week that's centered around football, and they were like, if you have Tyreek Hill on your team and you aren't like number 1 through 5 in your league, there's something wrong.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm
He
number 3, but there's
you
no
hinge
way.
on him.
Then there's no way I'm gonna win. Yeah.
Mine, for me, Keenan Allen was benched this week because of his injury. But, like, luckily this week doesn't really matter for me. Next week is when playoffs start. This week, like, I'm going to be 2 no matter what. But it's going to be tough. Next week is, like, next 2 weeks are playoffs for me.
It's this week for me.
It's going to be interesting. I'm going to Dan's on Sunday. All day Sunday, hanging out with him, watching football. Because it's first week of playoffs for him, and for me, it's last week of regular season. So it'd be cool to watch.
Saturday, 1 o'clock. Vikings at Bengals.
You know, surprisingly, the Bengals backup is doing really well.
Oh man,
Vikings.
A lot of
Yeah.
people have been picking him up. Really, Vikings?
Vikings.
Did you see they won 3-0 last week? Or was that the week before?
Who?
The Vikings. They only won by 3 points.
Was
Like-
that the Vikings? There was a game that was like
it was Vikings Raiders last week. They won
6-0.
3-0.
I think it was 6-0.
Are you sure?
Three
Yeah,
or s-
Vikings and Raiders.
It was 3-0,
yeah,
I think.
you may be right. Yeah.
The Vikings look rough. I'm picking Bengals. I think the Bengals
think
backup has been
Bengals.
doing really good.
Yeah.
All right.
Jake Browning?
Yeah. Steelers Colts. Okay, help me out. Do I keep the Cowboys defense in
Keep
against
Cowboys.
even though the Steelers are playing the Colts?
Again, Tim, I had this discussion with Dan today. We need to stop betting against the Cowboys defense.
Against Buffalo though?
I know. Again, I have Green Bay. I played them last week. They scored 3 points. We need to stop betting. Against the Eagles, they had, 11 points?
I know, but
I know. We shut down the Eagles. We need to stop betting against Cowboys, no matter what. I am benching Green Bay to put Cowboys defense
I'm very
in.
hesitant.
Me too, but I'm saying
The prob-
Colts are good. Dude, they're getting good lately. With what's his name, Minshew?
I know, but
I'm picking Cowboys. Nope, picking Colts.
I'm picking Steelers.
What do you think, Ash?
Colts have been good. I'm going to go Colts. Broncos, country at Lions.
Let's hope the Broncos dominate. I'm picking Broncos.
Who do you have on the Broncos?
Russell Wilson.
I don't know. Jared Goff.
Dude, he's Mr. Interceptions lately.
I'm picking Lions.
Jared.
They're gonna
That
bounce
dude
back.
sucks nuts lately.
They're gonna bounce back. Who they lose to last week?
I don't know.
Allow me to check. The Bears.
They're shit out of luck.
Okay, Sunday 1 o'clock.
Sunday,
games.
1 o'clock.
Wait,
Giants.
who'd you pick?
I picked the Lions.
Okay.
I picked the Lions as well. Giants at Saints.
I'm picking. Listen.
I'm picking Giants.
Listen.
DeVito, baby.
Yeah. Saints ain't beating them.
Bears Browns.
Pretty sure my parents grew up in the same street as him.
Browns.
Did you hear about DeVito though? How he still lives at home and
Oh,
his mom
yeah.
does his laundry.
Yeah, he has
He's 27 years old.
to. He has to. Yeah. They don't get paid dick
I know.
backup quarterbacks.
Hey, crazy though. He's like, yeah, just live at home.
Gronk lived with his parents during part of his
Mm-hmm.
time at
It's just-
Patriots.
It's just funny, like
I'm not joking. I think he still lives in his. They have like a compound. He
I-
still lives there.
I know that he had his own house at one point because the night of one of his Super Bowl wins, his house was robbed.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he still lives there. They have apparently the Gronkowski compound or whatever it's called. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. All right, this will be an exciting one. Yeah.
The Falcons.
Rise up!
Rise up!
I took care of it for you.
did we skip over the Bears and Browns?
Yeah, Browns.
I chose the Browns.
Oh.
You kidding me, Flacco?
Hey,
Dominating.
but listen, if your
Who would
Falcons
have thought?
can't beat a 1-12 Panthers team, there's something wrong.
No, Panthers are tanking the rest of the season. They're going to get 2 number 1 picks in
It's
a
a
row.
conference game, Jess. Anything can happen.
Bryce Young, who?
I'm playing the team I'm playing against this week in fantasy has Bryce Young as their starter. Projected 12 points. The guy stopped playing weeks ago. Let's hope he doesn't look again. I'm going Packers.
Bucks at Packers.
I'm going Packers.
All right,
Didn't
boys.
Jordan Love suck last week?
I'm going to be
points.
contrarian here. And I'm
I
going to
played
go
him.
with
I lost. 2 points.
I'm going to go with Mayfield and the Bucks.
Really?
He's coming back and he's ready to go.
Something like that. Jets
right.
at Dolphins.
Dolphins.
I'm going to go Jets because they're going to rest. They're going to take a step back on this week.
No way in hell. Dolphins.
Listen,
What's so
I have
funny?
to keep the faith. I need Tyreek to play.
He's not playing.
I need him to.
He's not going to play.
Oh, Chiefs are winning.
If you're in third, what does it matter? You're not going to get knocked out of the playoffs.
I need him
Oh,
to.
it's first round.
Chiefs.
Listen,
No, I don't know. Bill has something to prove this week.
listen. There's no
Didn't they-
reason why the Patriots need a win, but they did win last week, and they're going to win again this week.
Chiefs.
Patriots.
Chiefs.
Texans. Titans. Texans.
I know Titans did good last week.
Texans.
Who they beat last week? Dolphins? Overtime?
Who?
Texans. Nope, Titans. They won Monday night.
Yeah, they beat.
Dolphins.
Yeah, they beat the Dolphins. Tyreek only gave me like 13 points.
Derrick Henry scored 2 touchdowns. Still lost.
First game of 4 o'clock. 49ers Cardinals.
Titans. I'm going Titans for let the record show.
Okay.
49ers. Now, here's the thing, and I need some assistance over here because I'm flip flopping.
Fantasy?
Do I keep Lamar Jackson in, or do I put Brock Purdy in? Brock Purdy's playing the Cardinals, which could be like a Throwdown. or do I keep Lamar Jackson in against the Jags?
Brock Purdy.
You think so?
Jags are still contenders.
The problem is
They're both away.
Brock Purdy doesn't throw as many touchdowns because he has Christian McCaffrey, so I don't get as many TDs. That's the problem. Anytime they get near the end zone, they just give it to McCaffrey. Dan.
Lamar runs a lot, though.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I might keep Lamar in.
I think you flipped me. That's a good point. Ravens. Bullets bounce back to 405.
Commanders at Rams. Picking Rams.
Wait. Who do we choose for the 49ers and Cardinals?
49ers.
Do you even need to ask?
Okay. I'm just making sure. I hadn't circled mine yet.
I think Rams. They're still on a tear, I think. I don't think Commanders are in contenders anymore.
Yeah, I'm going Rams.
Yeah.
I don't like Washington.
Now,
Yeah. Is this what you're thinking, Tim?
for America's Game of the Week, Cowboys at Buffalo Bills. We're going to pick the score on this one.
Let me see what the forecast is in Buffalo on Sunday night.
That's not Sunday night.
It's not Sunday night.
midday.
It's still 4 o'clock. But
I'll
This
tell you
sun
this.
goes down at 5:30.
I don't care if the Cowboys win, but I have players. I mean, I don't have players, but I have two players on the Bills, and I have one on the Cowboys.
Here's my problem. I have Cowboys defense, but I have Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs.
He's been sucking lately.
You know who's been doing good?
Tell me.
Kincaid, the tight end.
He didn't play last week.
And I have him.
He was questionable last week.
Yeah, last week, but he's been giving me like 12 to 14
Yeah, it's because
points.
the starter came back to him. You need to take a look at that.
I know.
Kincaid's the backup now.
Well, I also have Davis, Gabe Davis. But I need the defense to do good, but I also need Gabe Davis to do good.
And that's the problem. I need Cowboys to do good defense, but I need Stephon Diggs to do good. Ash, what's the forecast?
Buffalo's forecast Sunday, 50 degrees for a high, chance of rain 75%,
So it's going to be bad for QBs.
with heavy rain in the afternoon.
So Cowboys are winning.
This week just sucks.
Can I tell you my score? And I
Please.
feel confident about this score.
Please.
41-17.
Wow.
Listen. Let me state my case here. Let me get up on my soapbox.
Wait, who's winning?
Cowboys.
Oh.
Cowboys defense has been consistent all year. Also, Josh Allen's great, but he's also Mr. Turnovers. The man loves to throw interceptions. They've been great lately, but he still does turnovers. I don't think he's going to be able to get into it. That's it. Let me step off here.
Okay. I'm going Cowboys winning 27-12. Buffalo is only getting field goals.
Can I also make another bold prediction?
Please.
2 defensive touchdowns.
That would be great.
Wow.
Sign me
Are you
up.
going to put some money down on that?
I'll do $2.
That's a Vegas bet.
I'll do a $2 bill.
Now, for Sunday Night Football at 8:30.
Wait, he didn't pick.
24-21 Cowboys.
We're all picking Cowboys.
Yes.
Cool.
Ravens at Jags.
Ravens.
So, the good thing is I have Lamar Jackson, which I need him to throw as many points on the board as he can. And another great thing is the Jags. I need them to throw as many passes to Engram as they can. He gave me 24 points last week. The man's on fire.
So you win either way.
I win either way. So just throw up points.
This is a game he'll be watching. I'll
yeah,
say that.
throw points up regardless.
I think I'm with you with the Ravens pick.
Yeah.
I think Jaguars. What? Jaguar. How do you guys say that?
Jaguars.
Jaguars.
That's
yeah,
right.
when you say it quick, Jaguars. But how do you really say it?
Jaguars.
See, he says wires.
Jaguars.
Jaguars. How do you slow down though?
That's what we said. Jaguars.
Slow down.
See, he just said it. Jaguars.
Yeah, but slow down. Jaguars.
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 Yeah.
That sounds so dumb when it's.
How do
slow.
you say it?
Jaguars. Jaguars.
So Jaguars sounds
I'll tell you
better?
what. Either way you say that word slow, it sounds stupid.
Jaguars. But
Jaguars.
But Jaguars sounds better?
Well, that's how it's spelled. Jaguars.
No, that's spelled
about it.
Jaguars, but no one says that.
See?
It's Jaguars.
But I'm saying when you say it slow and try to enunciate, it sounds stupid.
But you're down here in Georgia, and we say Jaguars.
Ravens.
Let's throw another scoreboard up there for the Ravens Jags. I'm going high powered.
Bonus game?
I'm going high powered offense.
No.
27-17.
38-33.
Okay. I like
What
that.
did you say, Ash?
27-17.
I'll say 28-16.
All right.
All right.
Ash, bring us to Monday night.
Monday night, Eagles at Seahawks. Will Geno Smith be
No.
able to best America's team?
No.
I think the Eagles
Battle
are
of the
bouncing
Birds.
Eagles are bouncing back.
I actually hope the Seahawks will win, so I'm going to go Seahawks.
2-game losing streak? Brotherly shove my ass.
You're picking Seahawks?
No.
I thought he was going for it.
Get bent, Jalen.
He's picking Seahawks. You really think the Seahawks?
Get bent, Jalen.
That's what he said. Remember I said last week I was going to have a perfect week?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have a perfect week this week.
Who are you picking?
Should we run through it? Wait, you mean all of them or just Monday night?
Just Monday night.
Eagles.
Mm.
It's hard to see them losing 3 in a row, especially to the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it.
Although Seahawks have something to prove, Eagles are already in. But they want the number 1 seed.
Yeah, why wouldn't you want to play at home?
Have you ever seen two birds fight? What would you pick, an eagle or a Seahawk?
An eagle.
Me too. That's why I'm.
But we're not doing Battle of the Birds.
That's my logic here, though.
Okay.
Jalen or Geno.
I don't think Geno's still
He's questionable.
playing.
He's iffy. He's always
He
iffy.
didn't play last week.
Questionable.
Mm.
Either way, I think this week will be interesting, but I will have 100%.
Okay. I like it.
I'm going to have the first game wrong tomorrow. You watch. I'll text you guys. I'll let you know.
No, Bengals should win that.
I don't know. Ash picked the Vikings.
Yeah, but
Hoogala dinga donga. Where are we at? I'm glad he liked that so much.
Interesting.
Do we have any other topics?
I don't.
Okay. I'm fresh out.
I've just got to say, I very much look forward to this every single freaking week.
Me too.
Next week, we're going to try the table again.
Thank God Almighty.
For the Christmas episode,
Thank God Almighty.
Can I suggest PJs again?
PJs are fine. Can we break out the...
Wait. Before we move on, Tim, are you going to agree to that?
What did you buy?
I bought an ugly Christmas sweater that I'm going to wear next week.
So you're going to wear PJs, though?
I'm going to wear ugly Christmas sweater.
See what I mean? This is why I had to reiterate, because he's not going to want to do it. He's too cool.
I'll wear pajama pants, but I'm going to wear the ugly Christmas sweater.
Oh, well, that's
There we
what
go.
That's
All right.
what I meant.
We're on the same page.
That's what I was referring to.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
All right.
Same page. All right, gentlemen. Same time, same place next week for the Christmas episode.
You get bringing your gifts?
Bourbon balls.
Bourbon balls. I have some surprises.
Ash, I'm going to bring you sugar cookies next week.
Whoop!
It involves presents. I say when you come here, let's put them under the tree. Let's get all festive.
Yeah.
And I'll see if I can get the room set up.
The table coming back out. Oh
Thank
my.
God.
I don't have to work on Friday.
Oh, what a jerk. I made
Ash, when I text you it's Thursday, you could respond.
Wait. Am I the only one working on Friday?
Poor bastard.
Yeah, I don't ever work on Fridays.
Man.
Damn it.
Friday's going to suck.
He'll end up being not needed.
I know. He's going to run through it.
I'll text you guys and let you know. 9:30 a.m. Be like, I'm coming home, fellas. Let's do it.
And then we're still not going to come over till that night, so you're going to be sitting around the house.
Fine. It'll be fine. Yeah. All right, next week's Christmas.
Hey, let's break out the Christmas intro.
Yeah, I got to figure that out. Okay.
It's safe somewhere.
We got it somewhere.
Good night, America.